Last time we saw our adventurers, they made their way back to Waterdeep, finally finding familiar ground from the attack that happened to them the previous night. They immediately made their way back to the main shop where they were given their mission to escort a magical item and multiple different items as well. After a brief interrogation of the store worker, they were introduced to the owner of all the magic shops based in the name of Aurora. Traveling through what seemed like some kind of magical transportation, they found themselves within one of the warehouses where her main office was. After a brief conversation, our heroes, let's call them for now, decided to go on the mission to retrieve this artifact to get full payment. Hearing this, Aurora decided that they would need the enlisted help of an extra member of the city's guard, to which they found was a large warforged with a war pick and shield on his back. After they rested for the night in the guard barracks, they made their way down to the stables again, trading the promise of a swift return and the promise of a guard cart in place of the cart they would be using in case of any business happening. They set out, making their way to Daggerford, stopping briefly to offload some work that was given to them along the way, and made their way continuing south into the night, which is where we begin here.
Thanks for skipping the bit where I got my face burned off.
Oh, yes.
Appreciate that not being mentioned.
Sarah Deer ended up getting a nice little fireball into his chest, or firebolt into his chest, while trying to interrogate
Fucking
the shop
potion
worker.
seller crit my ass.
Not
Bullshit.
potion seller, magical item seller. There's quite a difference. So, you guys are probably, I would say, just south of Daggerford, maybe just across the bridge where we left off.
Don't forget, Yasmig got to learn how tall the ceiling was in the guard barracks.
Yes, that is true.
Yeah.
About 10 feet.
Minor details
Actually, probably
I
about
don't
8
think we
feet.
need to get into
Which
now,
is coincidentally 2 feet taller than the Warforged. Which
Yes.
is coincidentally also how high he can jump.
Coincidentally. To be fair, he has
I mean, if the
he's
ceiling
mechanical.
was higher, I have a really high athletics, so I could probably make it.
All right. So you guys just continuing down the road?
Yes, we're going to let the ones that don't have to rest take care of the transportation.
The horses do have to rest, but because you guys are going as long as you can, I will say you'll be able to get about 50 miles each day, instead of the normal 30 something.
Wonderful. It's a good thing.
What
I
is
paid for
the
this
marching order? Like, is the cart in front, or is
I'll ride in front of the cart.
you'll ride in front?
With,
Okay,
With the warhorse.
got it. Good to know. So, because this is new territory to you, whoever is driving the cart and Bastion, I need both a survival check and an animal handling check from the both of you.
Nyana's probably driving because she has the double roll thingy.
Alright, here's my animal handling
Please make sure it's to everyone and not just to DM.
and my survival.
Okay.
You don't need survival from all
Not
of us this
great,
time?
not horrible.
What did you need from me?
No, not from all of you. I need animal handling and survival because this is new territory for you.
And don't forget the feat that you're using, or that you have, Kyle, that lets you reroll or add, or whatever it was.
You get advantage on survival, I believe, when trying to go in certain directions.
Okay, so advantage survival and then one on normal animal
One on
handling.
animal
Yeah.
handling. Yes.
Doesn't she have a feat that lets her do it that one twice?
Which one? Animal handling?
Yeah. Or add 2 to it or something?
The only one I
can't
see
see
here
the
is
sheet.
Natural Explorer, which would be the one that gives her the extra survival check.
I don't remember her ever doing anything with animal handling.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah, no, I don't got anything special for animals.
So give me that
Twice,
animal
really?
handling check. Oh, you did.
Ooh,
The
Okay.
horses never like me.
great survival check though.
Can we get a new region? We're getting robot-y.
Yeah. One sec.
Still not good.
Alright, moving to Europe.
Actually, we're good now.
Check, check.
Yeah, we're good now. Okay. So, between Bastion using his military knowledge of finding their way and Nyana being the hunter and tracker that she is, you guys managed to make your way fairly easily the first 50 miles of the night. Would you like to... how would you like to set up camp? Are you gonna be like, what do you do?
Whereabouts are we on the tradeway?
You would probably be around here-ish, probably just shy of 50 miles because of the animal handling checks.
Well,
How easy would it be to snuggle up against those rocks? Just to have
The
at
rocks
least
aren't
one side
the
that we're not going to have.
the rocks
issues from.
aren't really there. They're more further away from the path than the
Are
map
we in
shows.
the forest?
Hmm?
Are we like in the forest? Is the
You
forest
are
We're like right next
you
to
are
we're in
just
an open
outside
area
of the
right there.
forest.
Well, Nyana, so dear, I have an idea if you're both up for it. Why don't we take turns and shifts how we normally do, but instead of setting up a camp, we just sleep in the back of the cart. The
I only need 4 hours to
The
just
thing-
stand there.
can just
Everyone but
can
Yasming
just
needs 4
rest.
hours.
the thing can just run the other way. So if someone comes at us from behind, they'll think it's watching them. We can maybe draw some eyes on it with a twig.
I will mention that the horses do need full 8 hours.
I'm trying to roleplay, man. You're busting my butt here.
Does anybody have any rope?
No, it's not something I carry.
Everyone
think I
should
do,
have rope
actually.
from their kits.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I'm pretty sure we have.
Well, what we can do is we can tie up my we can tie up a little makeshift alarm with my pick and my shield. Like
Makeshift alarm, how does that work?
if someone were to cross the line and trip the rope, then the pick would fall on my metal shield and make a whole bunch of noise.
Well, the area that we're in is relatively open. I don't think there's many places to tie it. I was just going to suggest 2 of us stay awake at once, and we use this wagon that we're on as a bit of a tent. And we just make a fire nearby.
I'm fine with that.
We can do
I'll
shifts
take
of
first
1
I
or
mean,
2.
I don't particularly need fire, but I know you guys probably do.
We keep wild animals at bay, at least.
Yes, and then the horses, we can, we'll make the fire on the opposite side of them, obviously. Should be fine.
It probably wouldn't hurt to get some food for at least you guys.
Yes. How about Nyana? How about you go forage for a little? I'll stay up for a few hours, since I slept all day. Let you forage and let you all take your reverie and let
Well, then,
let
since-
things rest, and then when you all finish reverie, I'll just sleep for the rest of the night and into the morning.
Yeah, since you're gonna take first watch, I'll just go ahead and go to sleep first.
Yes, because I can sleep while you drive, and I can stay up all night while you have your raspberry and your rest.
So, what are we doing?
From what it sounds like, Yasmig's gonna stay up more or less for the majority of the night, since he can wake the other two up with his loud yell.
Okay, so
let
you're
all of them rest, and then once they wake up, he's gonna go back to bed. I
so
guess.
you're going to be the only one keeping watch?
I suppose since he had suggested that I go out and get food, I could be like kind of still nearby, but trying to hunt or forage for.
Okay. Give me a how nearby are you thinking you're going to be?
Well, since on the map the forest still seems like it'd be pretty far away, I would be off of the road, sort of like. I mean, it looks like
you
a
might
pretty
be able to
open
find,
area
like,
here.
rabbits or
rabbits.
That's what I was gonna
something.
say. Looking
Okay.
for gophers or something in the nearby field, and probably in hearing distance of my.
There's probably a
little
few
trick.
birds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give me a survival check. Just a straight normal survival check because of how close you are to them. It would scare away most game. So just give me a standard straight survival check.
Want her to give that or me?
Her.
Her. Okay.
That's pretty solid.
Okay.
Sidebar, real quick. Does Yasmig know? Do we know your name's Bastion?
Yeah.
yeah,
yeah,
he
okay,
introduced
good
him.
introductions.
The captain introduced him.
Okay.
It's also, like, welded into my chest.
Right. Okay.
Like,
I
right
just
above
wanted
my
to
military awards.
super verify that.
So, Kaya, you managed to find
Damn, it survived.
one small rabbit, but there is not too much else out there. Everything seems to be scared away by the commotion of the horses, the fire, Yasmig, or not Yasmig. Yeah, Yasmig.
Yasmid Mig stench.
He's probably
Would
honestly
you-
sitting by the campfire singing to himself, being annoying.
Yeah,
so-
exactly. Would you like to try and kill it, or would you like to just let it go?
Sure. Let at least be something to eat.
Okay,
I'll
give
try
me
to kill it.
give me an attack roll with your longbow.
Man, that's bad.
Ooh, that's a natural 1.
An arrow comes
You
by
shoot
and almost
Yasmig.
impales
No.
Yasmig.
No. Your arrow, as you release, something isn't quite right with it. Maybe it's one of the ones you used in a previous fight. But the force of you releasing it from your longbow, the arrow snaps and kind of just falls to your feet. Hearing the noise,
Hearing Yasmig singing in the background
hearing-
was annoying.
hearing the noise, the rabbit goes into full alert and sprints off. Unfortunately, no food for you.
Nyana, how is the hunting?
Ah.
Did you
Nyana would
catch
walk back.
anything?
Nyana would be walking back to camp and rolling her eyes. It would have
Alright.
been better if you weren't singing at the top of your voice.
Well, I was wondering if the wildlife around here would want to come out and perhaps have a bit of a merry dance, make it easier on you. Inspire you, isn't that what the bards do?
Yasme, give me a performance check.
What?
You can't tell me that my
He's-
song wasn't absolutely wonderful.
His song was absolutely terrible. He was out of tune, off pitch.
I'm doing exactly what the last barmaid was doing when she was on her shift. All the men loved her.
Yasmig, not trying to be rude, but I'm pretty sure every animal in the forest went and found a hole to hide in.
Wonderful, then it's working. Go track the holes down.
I'll let you do that.
All right. And with that, Yasmig is going to take her literally and go try to find a hole where something's in.
Give me a survival check at disadvantage. You find nothing.
And he's going to be singing the whole time too.
You're
So this is
you
bad.
one, you find nothing, and two, there are
And
no
two, you
animals
wake up
around
Sarah Dare and he throws
anywhere.
a fucking rock at your head. No, not really.
Yasmig's going to slowly bring himself back to the camp. He's going to walk right up to Nyana. He's going to open his palm, and there's just going to be a rock that has, just a little bit of mineral in it, so it has a little bit of a sparkle. It's going to, Nyana, isn't this wonderful? Look what I found. Surely it's got to be worth something.
It's a rock. It's not worth anything. It's a rock.
A very nice rock, Yasmig. You should give
Right,
it a
thank you. I am an absolutely wonderful hunter. With that, he's going to put it in his pouch, jump on the wagon, tap Cyrodiil to wake up, and he's going to go to bed. Alright, Cyrodiil, be very careful with her. She's not in a good mood. She scared all of the animals away earlier as she was hunting. So, you might be a little hungry.
I will mention some of you
Diana.
guys probably have rations because
We
they were
do,
given
we
to you in the kit from the blacksmith.
At
I'm
that,
just gonna
Nyana's going
give
to
him
pick
a-
up a pebble and throw it at Yasmig's head.
Just ignore it and go to bed. He knows what he's doing.
So has it been the requisite 4 hours yet?
I would say it's been the 4 hours.
All right. Well,
So Bastion
wake up
and
and make a whole
Cyrodiil
lot
are
of steam
both
noises.
well rested.
Nyana would probably be going into a trance at that point.
You would be starting. At this point, I need a perception check from both Bastion and Cyrodiil since you are both awake now. Cyrodiil, you're more worried about like Yasmig. You're more annoyed at him and watching him sleep in like
Listening to him snore.
rain.
Literally
Yeah,
snoring like spit bubbles.
and
Rolling.
Bastion.
Contemplating all the different ways I could kill him.
Bastion, you do notice that there's almost no foot traffic at all. Anyone who comes this far south is either in a caravan or is riding horseback without stopping. Any other things you would like to do for the night?
would I be able to attempt a history check just to see if I have learned anything about this particular road during
Sure.
my training?
Sure.
Oh, that's great.
You know that not many people go much further than Daggerford because there's not too much down there. And if they do go down there, most of the time it's in a caravan. A large caravan.
All right. Well, I'll just be standing completely still, just facing the road the entire time. I don't really need to like socialize or anything.
Noted. You get a couple strange looks from the occasional passerby, but no one really bothers you guys for the last 4 hours.
Just imagine a caravan going past looking at him as Bastion's only his head is rotating, watching them as they go by.
Yeah, reminder, the way that he talks is that his jaw just moves up and down like a marionette.
Yeah.
I love it.
I even have gears. Like, if you open up the panel of armor on my stomach, I have gears.
Yeah. Alright. Who is driving for the second day?
Okay, I haven't driven before, I'll drive.
And
I'll take the lead again on the warhorse.
you will take the lead? Alright.
Yeah.
I feel so sorry for that horse.
It's gonna have a real
For-
bad back after we turn it.
For the first however many hours or so, you don't really notice anything. I need about 3 hours in. I need a perception check from Bastion because you're in the front. I need a perception check from you,
Hey.
Bastion. You see, as the road is winding up ahead, you hear rustling from the bushes around you. And out from the bush runs... Hold on.
100 goblins.
And out from the bush runs a short, red-scaled skin.
Oops, sorry.
A short, red-scaled skin. Almost looks like a lizard. Runs out from the bush ahead of you. Kind of screaming, "Yeah, yeah! Get him! Get him!" And you hear all around you more rustling as more and more of these kobolds make their way out from the bushes around you.
As this is happening, Yasmig is gonna stand, put his arms out like he's accepting a hug, and he's gonna, "My people."
Yasmig is still asleep at this point.
Oh, wow.
Well, I mean, my first reaction is gonna be to try to trample a few of them, because this is a warhorse.
They are off the sides of the roads. The only one that's really kind of in front of you is this one here. But before you do that, I need initiative.
From all of us.
From everyone, yes.
Quick, run it over and just keep going.
Another time is higher better again?
Higher better, yeah.
Oh, we're supposed to select our thing and then do it,
Yes,
right?
click your token and then do initiative.
Oh, I've got to do it again then. Damn it.
How do I do
That
that
one's
again?
me.
Where's the token?
Click on your character. You are right here.
God damn it, and that time I got a really low one.
And then, yeah, then click initiative.
Where is it?
Right
there
above
it
your hit points in the middle. Yeah.
Alright, was that right?
Yes, give me a second.
I got a 17.12.
Alright, Yasmig, you bolt awake from the sounds of the
Isn't
screaming.
Nyana first?
No, you are
She's got
first.
22.19.
22.9. Hold on.
It's put her at the bottom for some reason.
There we go. Okay, Nyana, you are first. What do you do?
Was I with the horses, like, driving the car?
Saradir
No,
is
I
the
was
one
driving the
driving.
car.
Okay. I would have stood up on my seat and pulled my bow out and probably aimed for... And I think it would make sense for me to maybe go for this one.
Which one?
How do I show you where?
Hold click. Okay. Okay. You're using your longbow?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead, roll attack. that hits, and
Nice.
the arrow
Is that loud enough for Yasmig to kind of open his eyes and be like, what the f- going on? So, hearing this screech, Yasmig, the commotion, Yasmig's gonna pop up, and the first thing in his line of sight is probably going to be. What would it be? These guys here? Alright, and I get kind of hidden. Alright, I'm gonna aim for this dude here, and then I get 2 Eldricks, right? Now, did you want me... Do I have to do my bonus action at the same time, or can I hold it until I see how the first attack goes? Okay, then I'll do my bonus action and hold my action. This one. And I rolled. I'm gonna use the repelling blast on it too, which pushes them 10 feet. Like, that's just a part of the Eldritch Blast. Yep. Ten. I totally just Gary's mod physics this thing. Bam! Okay, and then since I held the other action, I need to wait till the end of the thing, or can I use it right now? Okay. I'll just wait to see how this goes.
Alright, well, is getting off the horse a free action? Alright, well, I'll hop off the horse. And I'm gonna try and grab this guy. Gotta get my character sheet back up.
Well, this is a bit of a way to wake up. Yasmig shouts out from the middle of the fight.
It's not letting me click on... Oh, there it is. My computer's just being dumb.
Oof.
Alright.
Hit a motherfucker with another motherfucker.
Yeah. Yeah.
Suddenly a ceiling appears.
So how much
above
movement do I have
Bastion.
left? Because it costs half to get off. All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and move here, and that'll be good. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't even have my weapons out yet, guy. No, I know, but I'm just manhandling these little lizards. I believe, yeah, by 1 point. Yep. Ow.
Ooh.
Fuck. Okay. Does that count as... Would that count as concealment, like, again, if I were to try and hit him from there, or... Alright. Little bastard.
Am I allowed to use that action while my held action while it's moving? Okay, I want to attempt to hit it.
Just don't hit the horse.
Again, repelling blast. Yeah.
So far, I think Yasmik has the most kills.
So far.
Headshot. All right, now it's time to see what you can do, Sarah dear.
This one
Beat
here,
that.
seeing its friend fall onto the ground, and only seeing that it came from this direction, is going to run up to the cart.
They're so smart. Instead of running away from where the death blast came, they're gonna go
You say that's smart, but they're want to attack.
sarcasm.
Okay. It's going to attack with disadvantage since you are technically above it. I'm assuming
You're
neither of
welcome,
those
I made
hit.
you do that the last time we fought.
Is it attacking me?
Yes, it's attacking you.
Okay.
Also, these are small creatures. These aren't like humanoid size.
They're like 3
They're
feet tall.
yeah, they're like
It's
3
just,
feet
it's
tall.
just kind of like,
They're like
Yeah.
Kaya's
up and
height,
down trying to hit you.
except a little
Yeah.
bit shorter.
This one here is going to run through here. And it's going to aim at you, Yasmig.
Aim at me.
Use its sling to attack you.
Oof, that's a hit.
That's a hit.
Yeah.
Get ready for that 1d4.
You take
Also-
3 points of bludgeoning damage.
I completely forgot, so I want to know if the DM's gonna let me. Since I reduced 2 enemies to 0, can I grab those temporary hit points
Yes.
before I take that damage?
Yes.
Okay. Charisma modifier, Warlock level. So that's
That's a great ability.
Yes, it
That's-
is.
10, so that put me at 30 hit points, and then minus the 3, which is 27. Right.
This one here is going to run its way also to the giant metal man, who's at this point just about surrounded.
If only I had cleave.
And this last one is also going to run to this side of the cart. Actually, no, this one's going to attack first because he still has his attack. So that's against you, Bastion, which I don't believe it hits.
No.
Yeah, his dagger just basically... I'm sorry, hold on.
Leaves a little chip in the wood.
No, not even. It just bounces off of your armor. Or your skin. Technically.
I mean, they're the same thing.
Yeah. This last one is going to run over here and attack you, Saradir, with its sling. Does that hit? You take 3 piercing.
These kobolds are rolling
Yeah,
hella
3
good.
piercing damage. I don't know why that one's set for piercing, but you take 3 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that one was a...
It's a
All right.
spiky rock.
Saradir, it's your turn.
Question: can I throw darts as a bonus action?
It's technically your action
Oh.
because
What
it's
sort
a
of shit can I do
it's a
for a
ranged
bonus then?
weapon. You can use if you do an attack for the first. If you do an attack with your weapon for your action, you can use a bonus action to do an unarmed strike. You could use a bonus action. You can use a bonus action to. You could use a bonus action to do a perception roll or something like that, like an ability score roll. You could use your bonus action to do a two-handed attack if you had a second weapon. But it would be without the proficiency modifier if you did that.
So, like, if I was dual wielding, I could use my second weapon as a bonus. That was what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay, I see. I don't want to do that though because I'm proficient in one hand. But so yeah, I think in that case, I'm going to move. I can diagonal works right for attack.
Yes.
Okay, well I'm going to first help.
It takes
now.
you an extra 5 feet of movement to clamber down from the cart. So
In range.
yeah, you still have enough movement to be there, and you're within range of this one here.
Yeah. Are the horses in way if I want to throw a dagger at one of these two assholes?
Technically, yes.
Okay.
It would be. I would consider it half cover, so it would be disadvantage. Or
Never
actually,
mind, then I will.
You gotta hop up over the horse.
I'm guessing that one's not, since like you said, it's a tall tree.
for where you are, it would be because he's technically behind the trunk for you. It would be. I would consider it full cover, or at least 3/4 cover.
Fuck it, I'll stab this asshole.
Okay.
How do I
That
see what my
misses.
spells do again?
What the?
It-
Come on, game.
It nimbly
He's tiny.
jumps out of the way of your attack.
I'm just stabbing the dirt where it was a minute ago.
Yeah.
How do I miss with a +6? What the fuck? That's it then for my turn, I think. Unless, oh, actually, no, I can punch it in the face. I'll try to.
Let me double check that. 'Cause I don't remember if it's you have to hit them or if you attack. I'd say you can do it.
Yeah, what do
So-
I have to do for that strength check?
It's
Oh, no, it's
no, it's your
I just
strength.
have to roll something.
Hold on, let me find the formula for it. D20 plus proficiency bonus plus strength modifier.
I don't have a. Do I have a proficiency in unarmed? I don't think I do.
Then it would just be a D20 plus your strength modifier. That hits.
+2.
So it's your strength plus It's your strength plus 1
for damage.
for damage.
So that's just 2 then, as opposed to because it's the big number, right?
Yes.
Okay, I do 3 damage then.
3 damage?
Yeah.
You punch it in the face, and
How weak are these things?
Yeah.
Alright, Nyana. Put 2 arrows in and hit them both at the same time.
Mental facepalm there. Okay, let's see. Alright, since they're so close, she would use her... Hold on. Don't know what happened there, but I fixed it. I would use my short sword and probably try to attack the one that's directly in front of me.
falls over dead on the ground. Is there anything else you want to do for your turn?
Since there's still one close to me, probably not.
Okay. It is your turn, Yasmeg.
So if I want to jump down off the cart, that's 5 feet of movement in and of itself.
It would be 10 feet of movement. 5 feet going that way, and then another 5 feet for climbing over the cart.
Okay, so I'm going to take 10 feet of movement. Can I do movement, attack, movement?
If you have over, yes.
If I what?
If you have movement left over after you attack, yes.
Yeah, so I'm going to take 10 right now, and then I'm going to attack this guy here.
Okay.
With my Eldritch Blast.
It hits.
And Repel Blast 10 feet back.
You hit it square in the chest, and it flies backwards 10 feet into this tree trunk.
Alright, and then I got 20 more feet. How do you do the thing where you measure? That was... So I got 20 more. If I go here, am I in sight of anything? Or here, am I in sight of that one behind, am I in sight of this guy? Okay. Yeah. Or... Yeah, okay. I just want to move to a place where I can see something. Okay, and then I want to take my last attack on that guy. Repel Blast again.
Blast hitting it in the side, and it crumples onto the ground, also dead.
And the last thing I'm going to do for my turns is Yasmig is going to blow the tips of his fingers like they're smoking guns.
Yasmeg, Slayer of the Squirrels.
The
All
kobolds,
right, I'll leave
basically
the rest
squirrels.
To all of you now. I'm going to go find something to eat.
Bastion,
Actually,
They might
Bastion,
as well be fucking squirrels.
Bastion, it's your turn.
All right, so you said I can pull out my shield and my weapon as a free action.
Yeah, that's free.
All right, so I'll go ahead and do that. That'll pop up my AC. up to 21.
Okay.
And then as my action, I'll go ahead and spend one of my spell slots to cast Shield of Faith and give myself another 2 AC.
Noted.
So that's 23 now.
Noted.
Might as well just transform
And
into
do
a
I have
tank.
any more actions?
You have your main action.
All right. Well, I'm gonna.
And you have
expend-
movement as well.
All right, then I'm just gonna go ahead and smack this one right here.
Okay. That hits, and you
It's
Oh,
now
my.
cobalt jelly. There's only fucking this asshole
and I
next
still
to
have a
left to
movement
kill.
action, right? Am I allowed to trade in the movement action for anything else? Okay. I'll just end my turn.
Argus, we're gonna have to do like a combo attack where I'll learn a spell Levitate, and you throw your shield up, and I'll cast Levitate on it, and then you grapple one of them and just slam, just do your little jump attack.
Nope. That didn't work out for Yasmin.
Don't do it. Oh, never mind.
Oh, what to say?
About to traumatize poor Yasmig and give him PTSD there.
Saving throw.
Ooh.
I mean,
Hell
if
yeah,
that
it
hit
does.
you, I would be pretty sad.
Until Tin Man showed up, I had the matching highest armor class. I take how where if I step yes. Okay, so actually yeah, because this is if I step here, this is gonna be next to this one as well. I'm gonna stab this one because that other one's almost dead. It's not worth my sword. Yes. Oh.
Jesus.
I slash at its neck and it's just open. For a minute, it looks like I missed, and then just its head falls off. And kick it in the head.
Damn.
And the other one's like sort of on its knees, hands clasped, begging, and then I just kick it under the chin and punt the bastard. No, I'm serious. I'm doing my unarmed. I'm kicking it. Yeah. +2 again. and then it's a 3, isn't it? As I, like I said, it's begging for its life, and I punt it off the cliff. No, I just kick it under the chin.
Kick it under the chin, and you hear the sound of its neck snapping as it also falls backwards dead. That is the end of initiative.
I wish you'd let me punt it off the cliff. Actually, no, I don't. That's
You,
literally
Alright,
you were
Mr.
too far
DM.
for
right
it.
down.
These 2 bodies,
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing me a search.
Give me investigation for each. Which one do you want
I
that
have no
for?
business searching bodies.
4, 10.
You find a dagger
Yes.
on the top one, and very, very small. Well, actually, no, you don't even find armor. You just find a dagger and a sling. On
A
the other one,
Is the sling worth taking, or is it just a sling?
it's just a sling.
Okay.
On the other one, you also find just a dagger.
Wow, just daggers today. Wow.
Anyone else?
Um,
Anyone else
I
investigating?
would like to check the 2 that I'm adjacent to.
And I'd be checking the one in front of me.
Okay. Investigation rolls for each one. So 2 from you, Sarah Deer, 1 from you, Kaya. Sarah Deer, the top one here, you find a dagger and a sling. This bottom one, you find the same. Nyana, you find 14 silver on that one, along with the dagger and the sling.
You doing any investigation, Bastion?
Bastion has no business searching bodies.
Alright, well,
Oh, fuck it, I'll have that one then.
Yasmig's gonna stroll to these 2 down here, while Cyrodier, I'm guessing, is taking the other guy.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take that one next to the horse's head.
Okay.
Just do left, right for mine.
On the one you got the 19 on, you find, again, a dagger and a sling. At this point, you have no more belt space for a dagger, so you need to start storing them in your pack or finding somewhere else to store them.
Okay.
On the one on the right, you find... It takes you a little searching, but you find a single potion of healing on it.
Oh, Pog! And I can compendium that, right?
Yes.
Right on.
Which coin thing is the silver?
Should be the second from the bottom, I believe.
Oh yeah, a fact that I probably forgot to mention to the rest of you guys is like,
Sarah, you find
Fortunately-
15 copper on that last one.
unfortunately, because I'm a robot, like I only get half effect from healing effects, and most actual healing spells don't actually affect me.
Which one's the copper?
We'll fix you.
Copper should be the very top one, the first one, CP.
I do,
And how much
however,
they get?
have a repair kit
15.
that it's like if someone works on me for, I think it's 4 hours, then it's the equivalent of 1d8, I think, healing.
So do you get healed from rests?
Yes.
I get healed from
Okay.
rest like normal, but like for example, I can't use my own lay on hands on myself because I'm a robot, and my god somehow thinks that robots don't have souls.
So basically, if we want to heal you, we have to rest, because 4 hours of repair kit would essentially just be resting.
It would be.
Or I can
well, yeah.
rest while someone busts out the repair kit.
Mhm.
Well, same
By the
thing,
way-
right? You rest
By the
for
way,
yourself.
Kaya, the silver's the second from the top, not the second from the bottom.
Oh yeah, sorry.
noticed.
All right.
What if, really quick, what if Nyana went to sort of this area over here where they all seem to have, and just kind of investigated the area to see if they left anything behind?
Sure, you can move over there and give me an investigation check.
And I
Lush.
don't know, but the natural explorer thing that I have, that would, I don't know if that would
Advantage.
help with
That would be. Would it be advantage for that?
I don't know. It says while tracking other creatures, you learn their exact number, sizes, and how through. So
Probably DM discretion at that point.
Yeah. Give me a survival check with advantage.
Yasmig's just gonna go over here and pet the horses. Just kind of, say hi.
You see that there are quite a few sets of tracks in that area, but none of which really separate from somewhere other than the 9 that you see now. So from that you conclude that there was only the 9 of them, and that they may have came from kind of this direction.
yeah.
From the west. Or from the east, sorry. Anyone else doing anything?
Yasmig's just petting horses.
I'm just sitting on the warhorse, like, trying to buff out the spots where I got hit.
Got it.
I use the rags that the Cobalt was wearing to wipe the blood off my blade and my boot, and then get back in the cart.
Noted.
You know that was probably covered in piss, right?
You don't have to tell him that.
All right. With you guys getting back on the cart and mushing the horses forward to continue along the trail, you all continue along the tradeway, heading south. You're now fairly deep within the misty forest now, along the edge of it anyway. You probably
that
managed to
front
make it another, say, 20 miles or so before the horses start seeming like they're getting pretty exhausted.
Before we go there, Yasmig's gonna make the suggestion to every. I'll just roleplay this out. Before we go too much further down the tradeway, how about we take a little time to go more toward the forest and rest there for the night instead of making more way down the path? This way, Nyana can actually hunt for something good. Are all of you sleeping?
Sarah Day just looks at Nyana. He doesn't care either way.
Nyana.
I mean, I have no requirement for needing to eat.
Yes, well, unfortunately we do there, big guy. But what do you do for energy? Do you not eat at all? Do you not drink water?
I mean, occasionally I'll oil up the insides of my armor, but
Right.
that's about
Yes,
it.
I too from time to time oil myself up. Nyana, do you want to do that? Instead of making a little bit more way down the trail, go and find something to actually eat.
Give me a second. Alright, I would agree that we could make camp near the forest, and I could go look for animals, as long as you try to
Sing
keep your
another
mouth
song.
shut this time.
Wonderful.
No.
Alright, head to the forest.
Alright, never
Oh,
mind. No
that
forest
one's
then.
a sailor
No
that
forest
died.
then, Yasmig.
Okay, fine, I'll keep quiet. Let's go to the forest. I want rabbit stew tonight, not rations.
Sounds
So
good
you
to
make
me.
your way and camp a little closer to the forest.
Yeah, instead of moving an extra mile or whatever down the road.
It doesn't really take you too long. It may be at the closest point, which I'm assuming is where you're doing it. It's probably 500 to 1,000 feet off for the forest, so you don't have to go too far off.
In
Even-
the forest, just beside it.
Yeah, you could probably even have the cart off the side of the path, and still Ayana would be able to go hunting in the forest just fine.
Yeah, something like that, so we can try for.
All right,
decent
Kaya,
food.
give me a survival check at advantage.
Oh, Pog! Bring some rabbit stew. Or venison. Oh no.
You managed to find again only one small rodent. It's not even a rabbit this time. It's more like a squirrel or a weasel.
Okay, real quick. Does the Natural Explorer help anything in this game?
No, I would only give it advantage for tracking something since you're not specifically tracking something. You're not tracking something specific. You're looking for something to hunt.
Okay, so where it says when you forage, you find twice as much food as you normally would, that wouldn't.
I'd assume that means if you're trying to find like berry bushes or whatever.
Okay, what if I do that then?
You can do that as well. Yes. That would need a separate survival check.
Another advantage survival?
I would say yes. While you only managed to find the weasel for any live animals, you do find your way onto a small clearing full of small bushes with little blue and purple berries on it. You know from your training as a ranger that these are edible, so you are able to collect them. You have more than enough food for tonight, basically.
At least it's something.
At least
Well,
it's
it's
something.
not quite rabbit stew, but I'll tell you what, I'm not about to complain as long as I don't have to eat the damn rations. Thank you very much, Niall. That Yasmig is going to eat his food and go to bed. As
All right.
tomorrow, he wants to drive the horses in the morning.
Who is on the first watch?
I'll do it.
Give me a perception check, please.
Nice.
You see as it's getting nighttime now, you're feeling at home in the night with the darkness all around you. You do notice that instead of the previous day where there was an occasional single person on horseback, you see now that it's almost exclusively medium to large caravans that are making their way south at this point. And not many people heading north. Occasionally, one or two people that you saw the previous night, but no, again, nothing really a single person. With that, you all take your long rest, your hit points are back, your spell slots or whatever you used are all back now.
No more temporary hit points. Sad.
So who is driving today?
Yasmig is eagerly gonna wake up early in the morning and drive them horses.
Give
I don't know
me
why I rolled 2.
survival and animal handling.
Choose the first one and survival.
Luckily for you, the path is there enough still that you can find your way south and keeping along it without getting too lost into the plains or the forest.
Do you need one from me too?
Yeah, sure. Let's get one from you two. You're still leading, correct?
Yeah.
Probably.
Got it.
So you want animal handling and survival?
Yes.
Ooh,
I'm rolling good.
No kidding.
You, again, using your military training to discern the path from a non-path, and perhaps maybe at some point you have come this far south on some military training or exercise or something. You all managed to find your way along without getting lost.
Oh wait, question.
Mm-hmm.
Something I just thought of. Because of my soldier background, would I get advantage on animal handling with a warhorse? If not, it's okay.
I don't think so.
I just thought.
That's only really for procuring things
Bastion's
and
hopping
persuasion
wheelies
for
on a
that sort of
horse.
thing.
I'm a war hero, damn it.
He's doing tricks in front
Now-
of us while we're struggling with the wagon.
Bastion being in front of the caravan, or in front of the cart, you are the first to see. Coming over the horizon is... Hold on, I lost the page that I was using.
Oh no, not the lost page.
Yeah, I know, right? Coming over the horizon, you see ahead of you the top of a large stone wall and gates that basically go parallel and intersect with the path ahead of you. You see that as you approach closer, you see that it is a large stronghold built from a built across the road, where you have to go through it to make your way further south from here.
So like
You see
they're a toll gate.
Not necessarily, but possibly. You see that there is a wooden bridge ahead of you, which is down. You see a couple people walking a little further into it. The gatehouses are small stone keeps, each topped with a catapult on top, with firewood prepared on either side of them, just in case of any siege or attack that may happen.
I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
So you said we're coming up on like a larger gate with like a town prepared for sieging. Is this correct?
Yes.
Okay. Is this like easily Zentarimville? Like it's easy to tell like this is a Zent keep, or is this just like an outpost town?
It's not huge. It's maybe a little smaller than Daggerford was. You, having rarely been this far south, would know it as... Actually, give me a history check.
Give you a history.
Yeah,
check.
is there any identifying symbols I would be able to recognize?
You can see a sign off in the distance, but it's still too far at this point for you to read. You, Hunter, however, know that this is the Way In village.
And what is that?
It's a small village around an inn.
Oh, I thought. Okay, I didn't think that's what you said. A small village around the inn, presumably close to where we're going. Is that something Yasmig might know?
You wouldn't know because you didn't bring a map.
Okay, but it's a town that looks like it's ready for sieging.
It's a town that looks like it's always ready for battle.
All right, can we drop to Whisper real quick?
Sure.
Uh,
All right. Yeah, Yasmik is gonna switch with Nyana. Let her take the wheel on the horses.
At this point, you approach the gate and
Okay.
you make your way inside without being stopped. You see that inside of there, it's a winding road that makes itself, or that goes along two separate sides. On the left side, you see that there is a large inn, a large 2-story long inn, probably about half the length of the entire compound. And it's a inn made out of stone with tile roof. Windows look out over the road that it's set off of, and it's topped with a lookout tower equipped with multiple crossbow guns. So kind of ballista sort of things in the watchtower. You make your way to the stables, which are along one of the corners of the plateau that this entire thing is built upon. And you can decide what you do from here.
I'll go ahead and stable.
And yes, I do have a map for this. So you are going to make your way to the stable?
Yeah.
And just so you know, at this point, it's probably around midday. You've probably done about a half day's worth of travel.
Take the wagon to the stables with Bastion.
All right. The man there doesn't really give you much trouble. It seems like he's seen a lot of people today going in and out. He just walks up to you and goes, "What's the name for the party that's going to be hosting this horses? It's a gold a day."
In that case, it's going to be the wonderful Yasmig, of course. Have you heard of me?
Yasmig.
Yes.
He looks you up and down.
He's gonna give him a flourishing bow.
And he writes down your name in a book that he has with him. "It's going to be a gold a day. You pay up front." And he puts his hand out.
All right. Well, my friend here, and he's gonna point to Bastion, will pay you. Which way to the inn? Well, tavern.
He looks at you kind of dumbly. "The large building. What the fuck do y'all think it is?"
Wonderful, thank you. And with that, Yasmig's beelining for the tavern, leaving Bastion,
Noted.
assumably.
I'll
for the
go
house.
ahead and pay the man 2 gold for the first night.
He nods and pockets the coin.
And I'll go ahead and make sure that the warhorse's armor is off and in the back of the wagon and all that kind of stuff.
Got it.
Make sure all the horses are taken care of, and then I'll start walking to the guards barracks.
Got it. Good to know. What are the rest of you doing? Yasmig is in the inn/tavern. Saradir and Niana, you guys have to decide what you're doing.
I'd probably be. I would be heading to the inn as well, just to sit and rest and get some actual food.
So
All right.
Yasmig is going to likely order 1 turtle soup and some ale.
Of course, the fucking turtle.
The
soup.
turtle soup.
How much do you think that'll go for, roughly?
Well,
Like-
Depends on how plentiful turtles are in this
you
province.
you sit down at the counter and this half-elf woman walks up and goes, "Yes, what can I get for you?"
Well, I was wondering if perhaps you wanted to sit down and have a drink with me, lovely.
She
Jesus.
looks you up and down, smiles, and says, "Oh, I'm quite sorry. You're not my type. But if you would like a drink or some food, I'm more than
Wonderful.
happy
He's going to
to."
slide 2 coin. 1 for me and 1 for you. I also want some turtle soup, please.
The turtle soup will be another gold.
Oh, how about 2 more gold? And he's going to slide another 2.
She
She's
smiles.
a barmaid, not a prostitute.
She smiles,
Same shit.
takes the gold, and walks to the back. At this point, Saradir and Nyana would be walking into the front door. What would you guys like to do?
Yeah, it is there like a quiet corner I can just do some maintenance on my tools and things.
Yeah. You're drawing some looks because of what you are and how far south this
These
is.
damn racists.
But
Racists.
no one really bothers you. So you managed to find a seat in the corner, isolated from everyone else, that you can work on polishing and sharpening your tools.
Sword and things, yeah.
Nyana, what are you doing?
Nyana would find a table to go sit at, wait for somebody that works there to go and see what she wants to eat, and
At this point, the woman
yeah.
comes back out with two mugs in one hand and a bowl in the other hand. She sets the bowl down in front of Yasmig and goes, or along with the mug, and goes, "To great travel and company," and holds it out for a cheer.
To beautiful elven women, and he cheers her.
And
His tail's
she
just
downs
gonna
the
be
drink.
wagging. Yasmig is going to watch this half-elf just down the fucking beer and be both disgusted but very pleased.
It's not a very big mug. It's
Oh, okay.
a standard ale mug. It's not like a
Gotcha,
huge
okay,
pint.
Never mind.
Yeah.
His tail's gonna be wagging. He's just gonna be digging into his food. He's just in his
Seeing
own world.
seeing that a couple other people have arrived, she walks out from behind the bar and walks up to you, Nyana, and goes, "Is there something that I can get you?"
Yes, I would like a glass of wine and maybe some sort of stew, maybe a rabbit if you have that.
She nods. "It will be 2 gold for that. I'll get it prepared right away."
Alright.
And she walks out from back behind the counter and again goes into the back room. At this point, you hear a commotion coming from one of the sides of the tavern, probably the same side that Saradir is on, but a little further towards the bar since he's in the far back corner. You hear what sounds like the start of a brawl between a couple people.
He said in the
Can
back,
I roll,
kind of
can I
near
roll
Saradir?
something to hear more about what's going on?
Yes, you can roll perception.
What'd you say by Saradir? There's a bit of a brawl.
Yes. You're kind of in the middle of the room. He's more towards the...
Can I perception too?
Go ahead. Saradir, you being close, you hear that one of the men is having... you see one half-orc man, about 6 feet tall, maybe 6'2", and he is grabbing the collar and the scruff of what looks like another half-orc man and getting right up into his face.
Would there be enough commotion that I would have heard it from outside?
No, you're pretty far away being at the guard barracks.
Alright.
You Saradir, hear him say, because you're close enough to hear them say, "You cheated. I saw that card slip out from under your sleeve." And he decks him in the face. At this point, everyone else in the bar turns their head that way, as they start both going into a full fight.
I am completely blind to the situation and continue honing my sword.
Got it. You, Hunter, or Yasmig, you don't hear anything. You just see them starting to pummel each other.
Okay. I want to use my bag of tricks, so to speak,
Mm-hmm.
to originate the sound of as close to an orcish voice as I can, from essentially in the middle of their little fight. I'm guessing they're not paying too much attention, and I want the voice to say something something your sister, something something your mom. Just an insult about the sister and the mom to try to make the fight bigger between the two, just to try to add hatred to it.
Okay, roll deception.
Hang on. Let me. You're making me roll a spell that doesn't have rolls, man.
I'm making you roll for the effect of it.
Oh, to see if they fucking really.
They don't really pay too much mind of it. They're too busy
God damn-
beating the shit out of each other.
Cosmic's gonna sigh that his little parlor trick didn't work this time, and he's gonna go back to his turtle suit.
Okay, maybe let's say Nyana goes up to where they're fighting at and tries to get their attention and convince them to leave the tavern if they're going to be fighting there. And maybe use my favorite enemy to convince them better, since they're half orc at least.
Let me see how favorite enemy you'd work specifically.
I thought your favorite enemy was Drow.
I get 2.
She gets 2.
Oh.
Yusa, can we go whisper one more time? While she's doing this?
Technically, Kaya. Oh, I see. Technically, since they are half-orcs, it would not work, really.
Alright, so they gotta be like just
But,
flat out orc.
yeah. But they see you walk up and kind of pause for a minute, looking at you kind of surprisingly. And the one that's being grabbed by the scruff takes this opportunity and punches the other one in the face, kind of sparking the whole thing back up again.
Yusa, can we whisper?
Yes.
Yasmin.
Don't trust it.
Kaya, I need you to give me a dexterity saving throw.
Why Dex? She can't
Jesus.
see.
Dexterity saving throw
Me.
Okay,
at disadvantage.
I see what you're doing, I think. Trust the DM.
there.
You feel something. You don't know what it is. You feel something push at your back, but you manage to kind of sidestep out of the way and look around behind you and don't really see anything. The brawl's still going out in front of you. At this point, the half-elf from behind the counter walks out with a glass of wine and a bowl of soup and is standing by your table.
I'm just confused now. Okay, where is I can't think of names. Where's Bastion at this point?
He's at the guard barracks. You would have seen him walking off across the street from the tavern.
I don't know how my message thing works exactly, but if I knew that it was across
You-
from the inn, would I be able to use that?
Yes, you just need to point in the direction.
Okay, so I think at that point I'll try to use my message spell to let him know that there's something going on in the inn and he needs to get over here.
Got it. At this
I mean,
point,
you could always just ask me nicely.
Argus, you're trying to make your way into the guard barracks. However, they're being very persistent that only the guards of the village are allowed because of security and safety reasons. But you get a message at the back of your head, and Kaya, what are you saying in the message?
I would basically just be saying that there's a brawl in the tavern and something seems a little bit off and that he needs to get over there as soon as he...
And what are you doing with that information, Argus?
Well, I mean, I'm assuming that I would be able to tell it's coming from her, right?
You know the
It would
voice,
be in
yes.
her voice, quote unquote.
It would be in her voice, yes. So you would
Um,
recognize it.
Well, then I guess I'll turn around and start hightailing it.
All right.
Yes, you can even send a message back to her too.
So
I love message.
you run your way across the street and burst into the tavern to see two half-orcs just absolutely beating the snot out of each other. Yasmig's sitting on his stool at the bar counter, kind of
Just
watching in
bouncing
glee.
up and down, clapping.
You see Nyana is standing a little bit off
Not wrong.
from them, but still fairly close to them watching. And you see Saradir in the far corner, sharpening his blade.
Ignoring everything.
Yeah.
Yasmig's
Alright,
turned toward
well-
them eating his soup happily.
First thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna motion Zeradir to follow me in on these two.
I sigh and see I'm gonna have to get involved, and I vault over the table and put one of my darts to each of their throats.
I'm gonna go ahead and try and use some rope to restrain one or both of them. I don't know if you want me to do them one at a time.
Both of you guys give me a dex check to see who goes. Actually, both of you roll initiatives to see who goes first.
Okay.
Fucking hell!
So, Bastion, as you're motioning to Saradir and as he's putting his weapon away, you go to grab one of them. Give me a strength check. Actually, no, give me a strength check.
Oh, that's pretty bad.
The guy, you grab him for a second, but the guy shakes you off and turns and faces you. And how tall are you?
I am 7 feet even.
He kind of is looking up at you a little bit, but still has, like, the orc ferocity in his face of just, like, pure rage. You want some too, big man? And at this point, Saradir, give me
Cease all
Give me
hostilities.
2 attack rolls if you're doing a dart at each.
I mean, I'm not actually stabbing them. I was just gonna put it to their throats, like knock it off, or it's going in.
Okay, I would need a dexterity check then from you.
Which is that.
Don't accidentally stab one of them.
This time, this one, you sneak up behind the smaller one who has stopped and is kind of looking over at the giant 7-foot metal monster that came into the room. And you grab him from behind and put it right up against his throat. And you say, what exactly?
Fun's over.
Give me intimidation at advantage.
Nice.
Oh, that was fucking great for 2 rolls. Shit.
It's enough because he realizes life is threatened, and he he kind of stops and just doesn't resist you anymore. All right. I'll stop. And at this point,
Stop short,
the larger one turns back around and says, "I wasn't done with him yet. He cheated and took the money I earned from him." Yes, Argus?
I'm gonna go ahead and cast command on the other one.
Okay, go ahead. Is it a DC?
Let me see.
Pretty sure it's a wisdom DC.
It's not letting me pop it into the chat.
You gotta click the little speech bubble. I can actually...
There's a
hold on.
gear next to mine, but not a speech bubble.
You just click the... If it's a spell, you just click the word.
Yeah, just click the word. And cast it at level 1. I'm assuming you're casting it at?
Yeah, I'm clicking on it and it's just not. It's
No,
not
no.
popping into the chat.
You're not clicking... Are you clicking the gear?
No, I was clicking on the actual word.
This thing should pop up on your screen saying input value cast at which level.
If you're using the pop-out window...
It will appear in Roll20, not...
then,
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it doesn't use it. It just doesn't fucking appear. You'll have to close it
Sometimes
and
it
open it in
doesn't work.
Roll20.
Just use the in-game
Oh,
one. Yeah.
now the thing's popping up. Okay. But yeah.
Okay, you're down 1 spell slot then.
And I'm just gonna say sit.
Wisdom saving throw. And what is your spell DC?
It is. Oh, I need to reopen my character sheet. And is that on the core part?
It would be in the spell section on the top. It's 11.
11. Yep.
The larger orc suddenly tenses up a little bit, and you told him to what?
I just told him to sit.
Okay, he tenses up and almost as if he's trying to fight against it, he sits onto the ground doing nothing.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and toss Saradir some of my rope. And just motion for him to, start restraining these guys.
Noted. It's easy enough. They're not resisting or anything. The one seems like he's still trying to fight it, but the magic is too compelling on him and it doesn't really work.
Alright, so do we have them restrained?
Yes, they are restrained at this point.
Alright, well...
And at this point, again, hearing the commotions and seeing you run off, a couple city guard run in, and seeing the 2 restrained men
I motion
approach
to
you.
them, and then I point to the guys.
What were they doing?
These 2 started a all-out brawl in the middle of this inn.
Oh, well, we can't have that, can we? And each one of them grabs one by the back, by the bindings, and leads them out of the tavern.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and follow with them just in case the orcs try to get froggy.
Okay. So you leave the inn with them, then.
Yeah.
At this point, Nyana, you see the barmaid come up to you and say, I'm assuming, looking at you and Saradir and kind of glancing at the larger man, or the larger Warforged who's walking out now, I'm assuming you all are here together. Is that correct?
Yeah, Caesar much.
How does she know my name?
No. That was me out of character saying that. That she looks at you, Nyana, and the Warforged. She didn't actually say your name.
Okay.
Well,
Did you hear that?
I did not hear what you said.
Okay. Yes, these are my traveling companions.
I see. Well, I'll have to thank you for stopping a brawl that could have been much worse than it ended up being.
At this point, I'm just going to put my dart back in my belt and go back to the corner and continue tending to my gear.
My name is Clara. And might yours be?
Sorry, you said that your name was Clara and what?
What might your name be?
Nyana.
Nyana. I believe I can have it arranged that you and your companions would be able to have free board for the night. Just for tonight, though. May I ask what you're doing this far south anyway? You seem like quite a group of interesting individuals. The three of you.
At this
That
point,
sounds racist.
Yasmig is gonna come up. I'm assuming he could have been here. He's been hearing this. He's walked over.
It's close
already.
enough, and yeah, she's not being quiet about it.
Well, what we're doing here is looking for a beautiful fair maiden such as yourself.
Oh, I'm flattered, I really am. But I already told you, you aren't quite my type.
Well, you can be persuaded.
Yasmig. No means no.
Alright.
But yes, you're all for a free boarding for the night. I'm sure we would definitely appreciate that. As for what we're doing, somebody lost something and we need to go fetch it for them.
Where exactly are you heading? This is the furthest point south anyone larger or anyone smaller than a group of 5 or 6 would dare go, especially without guards.
Well, I would say we have one pretty good guard with us. I would look at Bastion whenever she says that.
He's gone already at this point. So
Oh, wait.
the
Okay, where were we going originally? I need like a reminder.
Darkhold. It's very far south.
Okay.
Hell of far.
We're going to someplace called Darkhold.
Yes, we're going off to a bit of a trip south. Merchants, if you will. We're on a bit of an important cargo, if you don't mind keeping that just between you and I, dear.
Roll deception.
Oops, I'm still on GM. That was a 9.
Yeah, I don't even know how much my character would even know about.
It was a
Darkhold.
9.
Yeah, I rolled a 9.
She looks at you, Yasmig, from interrupting Nyana. Looks back at Nyana and goes, I frankly don't care why you're going south, but it would be quite a shame to see a group as yourself get hurt along the way. It's about a 4 days travel from here with no real trail, and honestly, it's quite dangerous. Not many people who go far south without a large group come back north again.
I see. Well, I appreciate it that you're concerned, but it is something that we simply must do.
At that, she nods and says, I'll let the owner know what you did here, and I will be sure to get you your rooms. How many would you need?
4.
No. I mean, keep in mind, I don't need one. I can just...
We can take 3. We don't want to be too much of a burden. I'll take Bastion, Nyana. He's not that much of a bother when he powers down.
Alright.
She
Pretty
nods then and still holding your food and wine at this point, puts it down at the table that you were sitting at and walks into the other room.
Before you go, dear, a question for you.
Yes.
You would know more than we would.
Yes.
Is anyone in the town at the moment who's actually been further south that we could speak with?
She thinks for a minute.
Maybe any of the guards? A captain, maybe?
Well, generally it's caravans coming from other towns who go south, or occasionally a couple groups of hired mercenaries or hired assistants. But you could talk to the guards. They may be able to help you a little bit with information. You do have a map, correct? So you don't
I
get
do
lost?
not. Do you have one? I'm willing to purchase it.
I do not, but there should be a cartographer within the town that you should be able to buy one from.
Alright, thank you. And he's gonna grab her hand and put it to his mask like he's kissing it, and he's gonna leave to go find Bastion.
Noted.
I would be inquiring with the local guards as to where I could.
You're breaking
you
up
could what?
really bad.
Check.
You're good now.
Yep.
I said I would be inquiring with the local guard as to where would be the best place.
Yeah, Argus, you need to make your input sensitivity a little bit lower.
Check.
Should be good now.
Is that okay?
Yeah. So you're
Alright, so how much did you hear?
Nothing.
you're checking with the guard for something.
To find out where would be the best place locally to get a lance made.
A
A
lance?
Oh, Yeah.
Interesting.
You know, like,
Yeah.
but the pointy kind, not the jousting kind.
One of the guard is stroking his face and says, "Well, we do have a blacksmith in town, but he doesn't really do anything too large like that. You would probably have to go either to Daggerford to the north or even up to Waterdeep, I would think."
Noted.
At this point, Yasmig, you said you were going to find Bastion?
Mm-hmm.
Yasmig approaches you.
Bastion, I see that you're already talking with the good guards of the town. Have you let them know that we're on a bit of an expedition south? I was wondering if you gentlemen, and he would nod at the guard, or guards, whoever's there, would be willing to give us a little bit of tales of your experience. My friend here is a part of the guard of Waterdeep, and I'm sure you both have a lot in common, and I'm sure that you could give him some tips of the places further down south.
I'll
If you
go
would
ahead
like.
and flash my my little guard sigil.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and make a persuasion check at advantage.
Him or me?
Him.
Pog!
Nice.
The guard looks at you and looks up at the badge and nods and says, "Well, I've been about a day's travel south of the gate myself. The main thing you have to worry about until you go past the turn for... Hold on. The main thing you have to worry about before you go past the turn for Dragonspear Castle is goblins. But any further south than that, I'm sorry, I haven't been off the trail. So I wouldn't know. I don't think anyone here has."
Your experience is definitely very helpful and very much appreciated. And what was your name?
Bjorn.
Bjorn. If you ever do find yourself in Waterdeep and are ever in need of accommodations, speak with my friend Bastion here, and perhaps from your help, we can help you.
He nods and... Oh, thank you. I plan to actually go up there fairly soon to visit some family who's living in the town.
And Yasmig's gonna hand him a gold. Bid him a quick nod, and he's gonna... Thank you again. I'm going to go find the cartographer. I need a map.
He pockets the gold.
I'll go ahead and guard. And after I see that the two prisoners have been reasonably contained, I'll go ahead and follow Yasmig.
Got it.
So Nyana and Sardir are still in the tavern, right?
Yes.
I think I'll have Nyana pick up her food and drink and go sit over with Sardir and mention that during the middle of that brawl, she felt something sort of push her forward towards them, asking if he had seen anything.
I don't say anything, but glance up from what I'm doing and shake my head and then look back down.
They're totally gonna fuck.
Okay. Yasmig and Bastion, I need investigation checks. So, to see if you can find the cartographer.
For DM note, Yasmig's also looking for a blacksmith shop.
Yeah, same as well.
Then the 2 investigation checks from each of you is fine.
Okay.
I don't know why I'm rolling double because of Eldritch Blast, so I apologize if I'm so used to
Are
rolling
you just
two.
double clicking?
Yeah, I'm really used to hitting 2s.
You guys managed to find the cartographer easy enough. And for the sake of time, we'll just say that you bought a map off him for 15 silver.
How much gold to 1 silver?
10 gold to 1 silver.
10 silver to 1 gold. Okay.
Yes.
For 15?
15 silver, yes.
Yeah, so you spend 2
You-
gold, you have 5 silver left over.
Yeah. You now have a map of the Sword Coast.
Which is what we look at on that home screen.
Yes, for the most part.
Okay. Since Bastion leads, I'm actually gonna let Bastion have the map. So check that in your inventory.
Got it?
Alright.
I'll pay for it, but...
Do you want me to add it, Yusu?
Just put map in your inventory.
Sword Coast map, you said?
Yes.
Alright.
Now, leaving the cartographer's shop, you do have a little trouble. Specifically Bastion, because you're still a little distracted on the 2 men who were in custody earlier. You need a little guidance from Yasmig to find your way to a blacksmith shop, where you see a human in the back, a little further back into a tent area, working next to a forge with his hammer.
Hello, sir. Well met.
He looks up, wipes a bit of sweat off of his brow with his arm, leaving a dark, sooty stain across his forehead. Yeah, well met, traveler. What can I help you with?
I'm looking for a dagger. It doesn't have to be anything special. I just like to collect a dagger per every place I visit, and this is a place I've yet to visit.
Well, that's easy enough. I think I have an extra one around here somewhere. He looks around his tent, and you see now that there's weapon racks hanging everywhere. You see short swords, long swords, daggers, spears, standard arsenal sort of thing. He walks up to one of the racks, grabs the dagger from it, kind of inspects it a little bit and walks up to the counter at the front of the tent and places it down.
Alright, how much?
It'll be 2 gold pieces.
Alright, I won't argue with that. Thank you so much. My friend here does have a question for you there, I believe, about something. So I'm going to let him speak.
He looks up at you. He's probably around like 5'7", 5'8".
Poor guy.
Oh my god.
Assuming that you don't get about to making anything as large as a lance, do you happen to have any other pole arms or similar weapons?
He turns around again, looking at his inventory. I have a couple spears, but not much else.
How many do you have?
He turns around and starts counting along the wall. Well, I made 5 for the guard, but I made an extra 3 for myself with the extra metal. So I have 3 that I can sell you right now.
I'll take them.
He nods and
How
goes to
much?
collect them. It'll be a gold each.
Dagger costs more than a spear? Damn.
Yep. Because the spear is mainly wood.
Oh, I thought these were made of metal.
The handles are made of wood, the tips are made of metal.
Oh, I guess that
I mean,
makes sense.
I guess it's. I mean, it's a dagger.
I'm thinking
on
of
a
a
stick.
pike. I'm thinking of a pike from Ark for some
Mhm.
reason.
So it'll
Got
be
arc on
it'll
the
be
brick.
3 gold in total, Bastion.
All right. I go ahead and hand over the gold.
He nods, takes it and pockets it. I hope both of you have a good day.
Ah, you as well.
And he goes back to working on his forge. Ting, 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 as you hear as you walk away.
With that, I am donezo. I'm just going back to the inn, trying to... Basically, Yasmig's gonna put his over collection of daggers in kind of a cloth, wrap it
Mhm.
up, and he's going to bring it to the inn when he sleeps, and then he's going to put it in the back of the wagon so he doesn't have to carry them on his person while they travel.
Noted.
Is there anything that Nana has said to me while you've been doing that?
Yeah, let's go back to you guys. Is there anything
Yeah, you
else?
guys have your roleplay.
I mean, I don't know. I can't think of much. I tried to ask if you saw anything. You just kind of silently, awkwardly not said no, and I'm like, probably
Well,
just sitting there
I mean,
eating.
I was
Yeah, you're
expecting
sitting
you to
there-
continue with that.
You're sitting there eating your stew and drinking your wine. And not much else happens in the tavern. Occasionally, the barmaid comes and checks on you guys.
I'm gonna,
She asks you, Sarah
finish-
dear, if you want anything.
I shake my head, but at this point I've finished with maintaining my gear, and I sort of look around and can I roll a perception to see if I notice anything?
Sure.
Oh, that was advantage. Why?
I'll take the 14. You look around and see that most of the patrons at this point are funneling out because it's after the point where they would eat. A lot of the people who were there seem to be regulars, maybe just standard town folk who live in the town. Not really anyone who sticks out to you too much.
What time is it at this point?
At this point, I would say it's getting to late evening. So the sun is just starting to touch the top, or the bottom of the sun's just starting to touch the horizon.
So after I finish my food, let's say I also sort of look around the tavern and go stand in the spot that I was at originally, just trying to see if I could figure out what happened.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
I ain't noticed shit.
You see on a table adjacent from where you were, you see some chairs thrown over, and on the table you see a bunch of cards laid out like it was the middle of a game. None of the other patrons really disturbed it. You do notice that some of the gold has been moved, but otherwise nothing else has really been touched.
I sort of look at her strangely and ask what she's doing.
Oh, well. Okay, so the fight was happening right here in front of me. And it felt as if somebody had shoved me from behind. Like they were trying to push me towards the fight. But I turned around and there was absolutely nothing there.
I get up and walk over to her, and is there any sort of... I know that detect magic is a feat that I don't have, but is there any sort of arcana perception-y thing I can do?
There isn't really a trace of anything that happened, but I'll let you roll an arcana check.
This is literally one of the worst proficiencies I have.
You know that magic could have been the cause of it, but you can't really place your finger on what exactly it could be. You figure that magic has to be the cause of it, since there was no one behind her when she turned. Whether it being someone who was invisible or someone who cast a spell on her or something like that.
What does Arcana do?
It basically is like a... So how a religion check works is it checks your knowledge of what you know on religion-based items. Arcana is the same for magic. And history is just
So
like
I've-
knowledge of what you know or can
So I've
recall.
basically just like gone through in my head what I know about magic and gone, this is magic-y bullshit.
It's... Yeah, you go through your head and kind of think, well, the only thing that makes sense is magic.
No one was there. It's probably don't want to say aliens, but aliens.
Yeah. The only thing,
It-
the only
SK,
thing that
it's
really
Red
makes
Priest
sense is
magic-y
magic.
bullshit.
If that's
Yeah.
what that means, could I roll that too, since I'd be thinking the same thing?
Sure, go ahead.
It was definitely magic.
You have a better
Magic.
inkling that you definitely would have heard or noticed anyone who was behind you who was invisible. So you can definitely rule out that it was an invisibility spell, but it was definitely some kind of magic of sorts.
Go talk to the mage.
Oh, you're not even at the buildings yet, are you?
At this
I went
point,
back
Sarah
to-
Deer does walk in.
Sarah
Who?
dear?
Or not Sarah Deer, Yasmig walks in, sorry.
It's a clown.
Stab
Alright.
the imposter.
As Yasmig walks into the door, Nyana is going to point at him and motion him to come over.
Well, only if you're buying.
Buying what?
Two ales for us, please, there, my dear.
The
My
barmaiden
friend's buying.
the barmaiden nods.
So what can I help you with, Nyana, since you're so kind as to get me a drink?
Ay, ay, ay. In the middle of that brawl, I know you
Yes.
seemed to be enjoying yourself watching, but did you happen to notice what happened whenever I went over there and sort of stumbled forward?
Yes, it's quite wonderful that this establishment provides entertainment while you eat your food.
At this
Well-
point, the barmaiden walks over and hands both of you a mug, nodding to you, Nyana, and just
Gotta
walks
start
away.
drinking. Thank you, dear.
Thank you.
Anyway, yes, you were here watching. A little
Right.
bit brave of you to get right into the front lines, but
Hey, that's
tell
the
you what, between me and you,
Yasmik,
that's good on
Yasmik,
you.
Yasmik.
Yes,
Before
yes.
I pour that ale on your head, let me speak.
Oh, someone's a little upset.
Right. I didn't stumble forward. It felt like something had pushed me from behind towards the fight, but nobody was behind me.
Are you sure you didn't trip? And he's gonna put some pressure down on the wood underneath him.
I am pretty sure I didn't trip.
Okay, at this
I'm a
point,
little bit more coordinated than that.
Yasmig, I need you to roll deception, and Kaya, I need you to roll insight.
What? I'm not decepting her, though.
You are lying.
Goddamn.
There it is. There it is.
Charisma failed me.
You know for a fact that he kind of has a tell, like the corner of his mouth creeps up a little bit when he's lying, sort
Can't
of
see
thing.
it.
Oh yeah, that's true.
He's completely
you can
hidden.
kind of tell by the tone of his voice that he's making this up, and probably knows something a bit more.
Yes, if I were you, I would talk to them about replacing the floor.
I don't think it's the floor.
No. Perhaps you were pulled.
Pulled. I'm pretty sure if somebody pulled me, I would have seen them in front of me, right?
Didn't Sayredir push you? And he's gonna point to Sayredir. Just haphazardly point, like over his hand, kind of a point.
I glare at him.
Roll intimidation.
He's gonna
Yasmig pisses himself.
He's gonna physically take a step to the left, and he's gonna go, never mind, he didn't push you.
I don't know, Yasmig. It seems like you're just sort of trying to brush this off and put the
I
blame
tell
on
you
somebody
what, I
else.
know what happened, but I'm not going to tell you. Next time, don't stand so close to a fight. There's a lesson to be learned here. When
Am
two
I-
creatures bigger than you are... Yes, you'd be here.
You're with
like,
him
right
as well,
behind
so you're there, yeah.
Am
When
I
there's-
within earshot hearing all this?
You're probably right behind me.
Yeah, you walked up with him, I'm assuming, unless you didn't.
Well, yeah, I assume. Well, I'm gonna go ahead.
But when there's two creatures bigger than you, don't get so
And-
close.
Do this. And I'm gonna tell him to halt.
Wisdom saving throw from you, Yasmig.
Hang on, let me...
Compel him to tell the truth.
You pass.
Oh.
So he's gonna go halt and use a spell on me?
Yes. You feel it in the back of your head for a split second. The command trying to dig in, but
Okay.
you just shake it off.
Yasmig's gonna turn around, and as he does, the shutters are gonna start flapping open and closed. The door's gonna start flapping open and closed wildly. The ground is gonna start to tremor, and his eyes from under his hood are gonna glow bright red. And he's gonna look straight at Bastion, his hands glowing with arcane energy. If you do that to me again, I'm going to kill you.
Roll intimidation.
And that's versus my what?
Let's say wisdom check.
Saving throw? Or
Check.
Stares blankly at him.
Yeah, you kind of get the idea that in his time as working as Waterdeep's guard, he's probably seen stuff similar to this, and dealt with people similar to you.
I'm going to go ahead and say, you will sit down, and go ahead and roll that.
Oops. Well, that's, you know what that's for.
Wisdom.
I'm gonna shoot an Eldritch Blast at him.
Give me an intimidation check too, Argus. Or initiative,
That's-
sorry.
All right. Ba-ba-ba-ba.
Bastion, you see his hand
Can I
flinch
do
up.
one too?
Go ahead. You see his hand start to flinch up. And Saradir, you're the one who has that split second reaction, and
I clock him at the back of the head with an unarmed.
Okay, go ahead. D20 plus strength.
And I'm
Yeah,
doing
so I
a
can do
dexterity
that.
save throw?
No, this is if it hits, it hits. That
Nine.
does that hit?
No.
You
9 doesn't hit?
nine
Yeah.
doesn't hit him. But
13.
yeah,
Oh, you're 13 too.
so you miss him, and is at this point, Bastion, you get the chance to do something to him.
Alright, I'm gonna try and grab him and suplex him.
Okay, give me a strength check, and Hunter, I need a dexterity saving throw from you.
It's escalated
You
quickly.
are grabbed. You are grappled by Bastion. And
Okay.
give me another strength check, Bastion. That will do it. And give me... What's your strength modifier? 4?
4.
Hunter, you take... Or Yasmig takes 5 points of bludgeoning damage as he's suplexed into the ground.
Okay.
And you are considered prone now if Bastion lets go of you. If not, you're grappled.
What does that mean?
It means you have no movement, and all attacks on you have advantage.
Okay. But I can still attack?
You can still attack or try... You can still attack with magic or try and break the grapple.
Okay, so it's my turn?
Yes.
2 Eldritch Blasts are gonna go right to Cyrodiil.
Both are at disadvantage because you're within melee range.
Okay, that's 1.
So 10 misses.
Yep.
9 also misses.
9 misses.
So both of them kind of shoot off into the corner of the rooms, kind of leaving scorch marks against the stone bricks of the inn. At this point, it's Cyrodiil's turn back at the top of the order again.
Could I jump in?
Go ahead and roll initiative. We can get you in here somewhere.
Just an initiative?
Just initiative. Cyrodiil, it's still your turn.
He's using lethal on me. Fuck you.
Miss.
Damn it. Are we doing like proper combat here? Can I bonus action try and smack him?
Sure. You actually have advantage on that attack because he's grappled, by the
I
way.
can do it again then.
Yeah.
There you go, that hits.
You take 10 piercing damage.
Jesus just stabbed him.
He fucking tried to roast me with Eldritch Blast.
Hunter, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Jesus.
Noted. Nyana, it's your turn.
Alright. Nyana's going to step back a little bit, pull out her bow, and tell Yasmig and the others to stop fighting, and tell Yasmig to tell her what it is that happened, because otherwise, if he doesn't, then that means
He's going to become
he
a
might have
unicorn.
had a part. He might have had a part in it because she was being pushed towards danger, and he doesn't want to let her know.
And as she says that, I'm just gonna go ahead and tighten a bit.
What?
Okay.
Broke up again.
He's tightening his grasp. Kaya, give me intimidation with advantage. At this point, the entire room is quiet, just staring at you. And you, Yasmig, you understand the danger that you're in and give in.
He's gonna laugh maniacally, and he's just gonna be like, I tried to push you.
Oh, did you? Bastion, and if you could do me a favor, you see that necklace right around his neck? Could you snap that off for me and toss it over?
Easy enough to do.
I'll go ahead and nod and try and take the necklace off.
Dex save?
No, you're grappled.
Really?
So what do I roll?
Roll. No, you took the necklace off,
Oh, okay. That was easy.
which means Yasmig, you lose 2 more points of health because of the con you lost. Or is it 2 or 3
I have no idea.
or 4? So 19 would be a +4. It would be a +3. You lose 6 health from what you had.
He dies.
No, you pass out.
Oh.
The moment the necklace is removed from around his neck, Yasmig just passes out. Falls unconscious.
As
Can
soon
we
as
go ahead
I
and whisper
see
for a
that,
second?
I'm gonna go ahead and start trying to tie him
Okay.
like hogtied,
Yeah.
ankles to wrist.
Go ahead and do that while I whisper with Sea God. Okay. So at this point, Yasmig is unconscious and is bleeding a little bit from his wound, but it's not really fatal.
I mean, as soon as I have him secure, I'm gonna go ahead and cast Lay on Hand twice.
Got it.
So that's let me go ahead and grab the ability.
At this point, while you're doing this, the barmaiden walks up to you and says, "Please, no more scenes for today. Your rooms are ready if you would like to rest." How much does that give him?
10.
Yeah, you're awake but hog-tied. So you're completely bound and can't do anything.
I
No
wouldn't
more
be too
tricks.
sure about that.
No, you can't do anything. You are bound.
Spells are verbal, my friend.
Yes,
Of them.
some of them, but not all of them.
I know. Don't be so sure I can't do anything. Listen, I'm not the one who attacked. You're the one who attacked. I was just defending myself.
You're the one that tried to push me into a brawl?
I didn't.
No,
Wasn't
he
going
was
to.
the one who attacked, wasn't he?
I wasn't going to kill you with pushing you in. I was going to teach you a lesson. Stabbing me, however, is trying to kill me.
Right. The next time.
I was not
Caught-
expecting you to get stabbed.
Yes, well, the
No,
next
I
time
stabbed-
attention.
I stabbed you after you tried to fry me.
Yes, well, this is what you get for trying to attack me.
And that's what you get for trying to attack me, so shut your face hole.
And if I ever get out of these, you better watch yourself.
I'm going to kick him in the head.
Okay, it's an automatic hit and an automatic crit. So what's your what's your
Damage.
what's your strength modifier for?
2.
2 plus 1, 3, so you take 6 damage.
Okay, I'm good still. At this point, he's gonna look up at Bastion. Are you going to stop an armed man, one who's trapped and bound, from getting beat up to death?
Well, last time I checked, you just assaulted this man. And
Because he tried to assault me. Did you not see him attack me first?
I saw you try to blast him from
Because he tried
a
to
couple
attack
feet
me
away, and then I
first.
saw him stab you.
Right. We'll see about that when I get out of this.
Alright. Yasmig, the next time that we're out traveling and we get caught by who knows what, and I see you about to make a mistake, I'll be sure to push you towards it instead of saying,
Yes. Wonderful.
At that, Nyana is going to go upstairs and go to her room.
Noted.
I kind of think
I'm
it's
going-
logical for me to do a thing, but I don't know if the doing the thing will make less interesting things happen later.
It depends. This is great.
I kind of want to pull his mask off.
That's up to you.
Somebody's getting manhandled at the moment.
I don't know if it's... I kind of want the surprise later, but I think it's logical for me to do that in character.
What would your character do?
Because we're already suspicious about him.
What would your character do?
Lean down and pull his mask off.
Are you doing it then?
Yes.
You pull his mask off, and you see the face of a red tiefling.
And he's gonna give you a charming smile. Hello.
Which one's a tiefling again? I don't know what a tiefling is.
It's the demon looking
Half-
one.
Devil. Demons and devils are different.
Devil
Half
looking
devil,
one.
half human.
Skin is completely red.
Scott,
Oh,
Has,
yeah, that's
has
right, 'cause
humanoid
we
features
thought
with
he was
double
a-
horns.
We were made to think he was a dragonborn, weren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Or whatever
He's
that
got
one
cat
is.
eyes, deep. So his unmasked description is dull. He's dull red eyes, jet black hair, deep dark shaded red skin. He has the cat demon eyes.
Does
his
the
horns
Holy
go back.
Paladin have anything to say about being face to face with the devil?
Holy paladin knows.
The
I
holy
mean, I don't.
the holy paladin only got a small sense of something.
I mean, yeah, I sniffed enough to know that it wasn't a major threat. Otherwise, it would have immediately set off my divine sense. But I mean, I might as well go ahead and roll another one. I can use 2 of these per long rest.
It's the same as before. You only really get a small sense in the back of your head of something.
All right.
But I forgot to mention this last time. You do also get a very, very, very light sense of Fae from Saradir because of his elven race.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and continue carrying Yasmin.
You're taking him to the room?
Yeah.
Got it. Saradir, what are you doing?
I'm just gonna go up to bed
Noted.
after wiping the blood off my sword with a rag off one of the tables.
Noted.
I'm
And-
my sword. It's important.
I'm
And
gonna go ahead and leave Yasmig tied up and just be facing him because my my sentry's rest says that I can see and hear as normal. So I'll just go ahead and like keep watch on him.
noted. With
How
that then,
convenient. He already arranged to be in the same room as you.
with that then, we'll
Maybe
say
bondage is Yasmig's thing.
with that then, we'll say that you guys take your long rest up throughout the entire night. It is now morning, and I need to take a quick break. All right,
I thought you were going to say we were over. I'm
No,
glad
no.
we're not.
just a quick
I
break
would
for
be
now.
mad.
Okay, I'm going to go get some ice and drink more alcohol.
Yeah, I will be back in like 5 minutes at the most.
Play elevator music.
All right, so like out of character, like Hunter. So
Stop
froggy.
being an asshole.
I mean, I definitely understand the whole Tiefling thing. But, like, especially against me,
There's only
In
so
close
much we can
quarters.
OC try not to kill you. It's a muted hunter.
Oh, yeah, he is muted.
I've just fucking switched over to the stream. Press 1 in chat if you want the drow and the elf to have babies.
Oh, Lord.
That would be a weird fucking baby. Let me check if we're muted in... Oh no, we're not muted in his stream. I can't be not PG, damn it. A bad thought came into my head about another coupling from our group, but I'll keep it to myself.
I mean, you already know that Yasmig's thing is robo bondage, so.
I was thinking more about a certain gif relating to the Hulk and what's her face, which, knowing the parts of the internet Kaya frequents, I'm sure she's seen.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
I'll link it to you after.
Oh, yeah, Yasmig and Bastion just like to take turns. First Yasmig was on top, and now Bastion's.
When was Yosmig on top?
Whenever he jumped on his back and got his head slammed into
Oh
the
yeah, that
ceiling.
one. Yeah. Very briefly. I like to think there was someone in the room above them just like, what the fuck?
I mean, to be fair, I could have done something a whole lot more. Just suplexing him and trying to cuff him.
Now that we know...
Like, I could have thrown him.
Yeah, and also, to be fair, I did an unarmed strike for my first attack. I could have stabbed him to begin with. I only went lethal after he tried to burn me.
Now that we know that he's a tiefling, I'm actually surprised that whenever you slammed him into the ceiling, he didn't stick to it because his horns... That'd be kind of funny, actually.
Alright, I am back. Now,
The story continues.
with the morning coming around, since you all had a fairly early night, the sun is just starting to rise again. What do you do?
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and look at Yasmig and say, I'm going to untie you. No funny stuff. And forget anything, any aggression that you might have from last night. We're leaving that here. And then I go to try and start untying him.
I think Hunter's AFK.
Oh, is he?
Yeah,
He's
been
been muted
muted
for a
for a
while.
few minutes.
Yeah, then let's wait for him to get back then. I ran out of water like an hour ago, and I need water because I'm
And you're
sick.
having to do a lot of yakking.
And I'm sick as hell.
Back.
Perfect.
There you are.
The sun arises again as the new day starts. And Bastion, what are you doing?
So I'm gonna go ahead and walk over to Yasmig and
Are you going to untie me yet, you dumb thing?
I'm gonna go ahead and kneel down and look at him insensibly close to his face because I'm a robot and I don't know social cues. So I'm like literally like an inch from his face.
He's gonna kiss
You
his
can-
forehead.
You can smell the smell of like metal on metal, as well as the oil that keeps the gears and
Bit of
everything inside of
ozone.
him going. Bit of
He's-
ozone.
He's gonna
And-
kiss his forehead.
With the kiss, you feel, or you taste a bit of that oil as well.
So you really do oil yourself as much as I do.
And I'm gonna go ahead and tell him, if I untie you, you're gonna behave we're going to go ahead and leave behind any of that aggression you had last night here.
Listen, between you and I, pushing the elf was just a bit of just a joke, bro. I'm just joking. It was just a bit of a jest, I suppose, but it appears that the company is wrong. Never was good at the social thing. That being said, the drow stabbing me, I want some form of atonement. Also removing my mask. So if you can promise me you'll give him maybe a backhand or something to make me feel better, then yes, it'll be in the past.
How about if I just give you a few gold and you forget the whole thing?
Well, it's like me and you have been friends for years.
I go ahead and hand him 6 gold.
5 gold and a dagger.
I actually have a dagger, so sure.
Wonderful.
I'll go ahead and remove that from my inventory.
You cut him loose with a dagger and then you hand it to him.
I'll have a dagger from whatever you're called. What are you called? What do I refer to you as, besides Bastion? Like, what is your type?
Well, I'm an artificial warrior. I'm officially known as Warforged, although many of us do not care to use that name.
Warforged. So like an archmage had a happy accident in a closet.
Well, we were constructed to, well, at least they say we were constructed to minimize casualties in various extended wars.
So you were born without a choice, sentenced to a life of not being regarded for.
Yep.
Well, I know you don't understand feelings, big guy, but it seems me and you are not that different. And he's gonna put his mask and his hood and everything back on.
Noted.
Shall I buy you? I suppose you don't. Should I buy you a nice fresh bucket of oil?
If it wouldn't hurt you too much.
Alright, big guy. Well, let's go have us a bit of a day. And with that, Yasmig's gonna take Bastion, get him a bucket of oil, and get himself a big meal to make him feel better. How much gold is that gonna cost?
The oil, I would say, costs like 5 silver for a small jug of it.
Big jug.
A big jug?
Oh yeah. Premium shit.
Hold on.
Like some real nice linseed oil.
Yeah, this ain't none of that WD-40 bullshit.
Bastion made him feel better, and he kind of connected with them. Not that Bastion understands connections, but... Or I know to the extent too, but, you know.
I mean, he knows enough about Hughes to understand that there should be feelings in certain situations. He just is unable to experience what that actually would feel like.
So-
You kind of connected. You were connected to my sword at one point.
So, a standard flask of oil costs 1 silver piece. So I would say for high quality stuff and a bunch of it, I'd say probably 10 pieces. So gold.
Yeah, okay. And then my meal's another gold.
Your meal would be another gold, yeah.
Okay. Noted.
What are you doing, Sarah dear?
I'm assuming I woke up at the same time they did.
You
Let's
probably
check
woke up
what
around
I've
the
done
same
in-
time.
Yeah, I'm going to go downstairs and get a cup of coffee.
You see them both there. Sarah dear eating, Yasmig eating his meal, and Bastion dabbing the oil on different spots of his armor, kind of polishing it a little bit with it. Kaya, are you back?
As I'm entering the room, I sort of just glance at Yosmig, don't pay him too much attention, and sit down somewhere else.
Noted. And I think Kaya is still AFK.
Did Kaya ever go AFK?
Yes, she needs to go lay
Nyan is
down
a
one
bit
of her
sore
kids.
from the previous night, if you understand what I mean, sir, dear. Wink,
Assuming
wink.
stabbed him in the leg, I'm just going to ask how his leg is.
Oh, oh, I didn't say that actually in character.
Oh.
I meant to say that out of character. Sorry.
Well, no, you called me Sarah dear, so I assumed it was in character.
No, sorry, I'm accenting.
I need to get myself a steampunky robot.
We'll say at this point that Nyana is kind of sleeping in, so continue with what you want to do for the morning.
Lazy elf.
I'm just gonna pay for my coffee, however much that is, although it was free the first time.
It'll more than likely be free again.
Big guy, do you have the necklace?
No, I returned
I think
it to
you gave it
Anna
to
or the end of the
Damn,
night.
I'm quite a week without that.
You can go ahead and negotiate getting it back from her. It's none of my business.
Under his breath, very patriotically, he's going to say, I don't negotiate with terrorists.
Oh my god.
Alright, sorry about that. I'm back.
Welcome back.
At this point, Nyana walks down the stairs after sleeping in a little bit longer than the rest of everyone else.
Yasmic's gonna wave her down. Oh, Nana, come here.
Yes, what is it?
Where's my beautiful barmaid? Can I get her one of whatever elves eat with the leaves and the berries? And he's gonna slip a gold on the counter. So,
She nods and goes to find them in the back.
the necklace. Bastion here has led me to believe that I should apologize for my behavior. It seems that my actions were mistaken as actions of, well, aggression and hatred, but in fact it was just my polite way of saying we're not so polite way of saying we're friends now.
Not
So-
listening, overhearing the conversation, I sort of
Can
in
I
a
have the
face-palming
necklace
manner
back?
shake my head.
Because I'm quite weak without it. And, well, frankly, you're beautiful enough without it.
Yes, what you did yesterday could definitely be taken the wrong way.
Don't give it to him.
Yes, yes. Well, I've promised our friend here that I won't do that again. I'll show my friendship to you in a different way.
In ways that don't include me possibly getting punched in the face or injured.
Yes, I was thinking me and you would share a room tonight. It's been a while since I've been with an elven girl, and I know quite a few things from my travels that might
I'm
make me
assuming
happy.
Nyana just slapped him across the face.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Roll a d20.
It's fine. You don't. He's not going to dodge it. He'll take
He's
it.
not, okay. What's your strength modifier?
Hold on.
The
Seems to
number.
remember she's pretty strong.
Yeah, you take 4 points.
Are we doing damage for it? Or are we just going to say she hits him? Like
You-
after
you
doing any
take-
damage?
You take 4 points of damage.
Right. Okay. You could have just said no, but fine. After yesterday, I guess I deserve that one. How about I give you a gift or something? Ouch.
She has a +3 to strength, dude.
You know where I come
I'm
from.
fucking dying.
My offer is, it was not supposed to be taken wrong. Anyway,
Oh, poor Hunter.
how about one of my daggers? You know how much I like those.
And it's not like he just got like 10 of them or something.
They mean
Yeah.
a lot to him. Each one is a story, you know?
Alright. I suppose that's acceptable since I do know that you like them quite a bit.
Wonder. So he's going to take a dagger out. It's not one from his belt. One that's kind of hidden in like a fold of his armor in his cloak. He's just gonna pull a dagger out. He's just gonna hand it to her. It's just a simple regular dagger.
Noted.
Presumably the one that Bastion cut him loose with that he doesn't really care about.
Neither confirming nor denying anything.
At this point, the barmaid comes back with a bowl of fresh fruits and vegetables.
So he got the necklace back?
Did he?
Still deciding.
He's gonna hold his hand out to her. A trio is a trade. Fresh elf forest stuff for eating and a dagger.
Alright, here's what we're going to do.
Mhm.
Sarah Deer is going to go to the bathroom real quick, and so am I.
Dang it. Yeah, I need to be right back too. Hold on.
Well, big guy, it seems it's just us. The two friends have disappeared into a pocket dimension. Also, this is way better when you have music playing in the background.
Yeah. I always do have music in the background. It's just always very quiet on stream.
Yeah. I for when we're in battle, I switch to battle music. In the tavern, I have the tavern stuff.
Mhm.
Right now, I have just somber, like, breakfast music.
Somber breakfast music.
You know what I
Is that a
should-
genre?
You'd be surprised. You know what I should do, though? I
Mhm.
should have a second sound file playing that's just a loop of a fucking industrial machine.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Anytime the closer I get to Argus's character, I'm gonna just volume slider it up and down.
So, what did you
Alright,
decide?
Alright, what we're going to do, Yasmig, is... Since you do need to be useful while we're out traveling, I'll give you the necklace back. But if I ever have to take it back again because you're being an asshole, it's going to be the last time that you get it back.
First off, I'm incredibly useful without it. I mean, remember how many things I slayed last fight. That being said, I'm way more useful with it, and remember that. Yes, I'm gonna take it and shut up now. Enjoy your food.
All I'm saying is that not all fights are the same and anything can happen.
Yes. Like a
The
stray
last
Eldritch
one was
blast not
surprisingly
hitting
easy.
the drow in the back. I understand.
He's returning from the bathroom just to hear something about a eldritch blast hitting him in the back, and just sends him a withering look.
Nyana's going to go ahead and use Cure Wounds just to heal his face from getting...
And he's gonna
Noted.
give the hand
Roll
a
it.
kiss after she's done.
Roll it
Just
for me,
like a
please.
mwah. As she takes it, no, 'cause she's gonna slap him. Fucking, he's doing it. The light peck as
Here.
she's pulling it away.
What level do I cast that?
Just first level. It's your spell slot level, not actually like your character level. You get 10 points back. So you're healed and then some. It doesn't actually go to temporary hit points though, it's just you're healed.
Alright. Well, since we're all fed, except for Nyana, how about once you finish your food and had a minute to wake up, we head about our way?
I'm gonna go ahead and head out and get horses and cart ready.
I'm going with
Noted.
him.
Noted.
Diana's going to go ahead and quickly start eating her food, and also let Yasmin know that she does eat meat, seeing as she hunts rabbits.
I'll keep that in mind next time.
With that, I'm assuming everyone makes their way towards the stables, where, by this point, having a 10-minute head start, a 10 to 15-minute head start, Saradir and Bastion, along with the help of the stable hands and such, would have the horses just about prepared, ready to go.
I go ahead and give Zaradir one of the spears that I bought, just so when he's sitting in the cart, they have some range to themselves with.
Is a spear martial?
Yeah.
Spear is simple.
Nice.
Oh, it's simple.
Spear is simple.
Sadness.
It's 1d6, and it's versatile, which means if you use two hands, it's 1d8 damage.
You can drag it in from the
And-
Corpendium, and it'll put it in correctly.
And you can also throw it
20 feet. 60 feet
Yeah.
with disadvantage.
Okay, sure. I'll probably just wind up selling it at some point.
Hey, you never know when you might need to chuck that thing.
I've got darts.
Yeah, but do the darts deal 1d6?
Yes, actually.
Oh, they do 1d4.
Really?
They do D4, but I've got a +6 to them though.
Yeah. So, as you guys finish setting up the carts and getting ready to go, who is driving today?
I'll go ahead and take my usual lead on the...
Fuck it. Yasmin will drive. Steer.
And now, because you have a map, I don't need a survival check from anyone, because you are actually guided along the way, because you have the map.
Yay.
I'll say it's slow traveling because the horses aren't listening to you too much. They seemed a little scared, but you managed to easily enough walk your way through the southern gates and say you were probably about here when you started. Bastion, you're fine with your horse. You're familiar with it. I would say you were about here. In the first day of travel, you make it about this far. So you are about here now. You notice that there's not really too much of anything around you. No one traveling this far south, no caravans, nothing. Who is going to watch the first night? You will also get a long rest, Kaya, so you get that spell slot back.
And the necklace is now attuned to Hunter again, I guess.
Yes.
Perception.
I can take first watch.
Oh, I already did. I already said I
Oh,
would.
never mind.
If you're going to be awake anyway, you can give him advantage or assist him. If you would like.
Oh, I'll go ahead and give him advantage. Nice.
Okay, you notice that there are some tracks in the path, but nothing heading north. Everything just seems to be heading south from here. Most of them are wheeled carriages, much like the one you're doing, but they seem fairly old, as if someone hasn't gone down this path in quite a while.
Like how long? Like days, weeks?
It would have to be a slightly higher check for him to know how exactly
Okay.
how long, or a survival check, a very good survival check. If you would like to do a survival check to know, you can.
Not great.
Yeah, it was a hard DC, so you can't really tell how old they are. They just definitely are not fresh. With that, the sun rises on the next day. Who is driving today?
Suppose I can.
Alright, give me an animal handling check. And you are in front again, Bastion?
Yep.
Noted. Travel is a little slower again, even slower than it was the day before, because it seems like the horses aren't too fond of being led by you.
Can I
They
intimidate the
never
horses into working better?
Hmm?
Can I intimidate the horses into behaving better?
No. What did you say, Kaya?
Oh, I was saying the horses are never happy with me.
Yeah. You guys make it about, I'd say another 20 miles, another like 5 or 6 hours, before you notice that the road starts winding and curving in front of you, and starts going down a blind hillside. It curves to your right.
Man, wherever you're getting these things for this they're nice.
Where would you like to go from here? Obviously, Bastion is still in the front.
Where are we? Oh, are we up? I can't.
Yeah,
I'll
it's
scroll
a
down.
larger map than you think. You can obviously see in front of you that it's a cliff edge, and you see that the path curves around to your right.
I'm guessing we don't see the mountain of shit that's down there yet.
That's because you can't see there. It's blocking your vision.
Yeah, I know.
Or
Like
the
I said, I
mountain of
guess we
evil
don't see.
things.
Yeah, I guess we don't see the amount of bollocks that's down there yet.
Mhm.
All
be
right.
fair, if
Well,
we
I'm
did,
gonna
I'd be
go
voting.
ahead and take the lead.
Yeah, I guess we don't
Continuing
know it's there,
down
so
the
we
path?
Just keep going.
Yeah.
Yes.
The cart follows behind you.
Oh, hey, Pog, you figured out how to do the group.
No, I'm just selecting differently. As you curve around this way, I need you to make a perception check, Bastion.
Alrighty.
Are those ants, or are those things that are going to attack us?
14.
Mm-hmm.
You notice about that far down the path.
About how far?
About where it's revealed to now.
Okay.
What?
I'm not seeing any markers.
I'm
if
not
you're
seeing
doing
No.
anything.
I got rid of. Yeah, you can see about 2 here.
Yeah?
Okay.
Yeah, we couldn't see that.
It got revealed.
What do you mean revealed? We can see everything.
The black got removed.
There is no black
There's
for
no
us. We
black,
can see
dude. We see all the
everything.
people.
Oh. Well, fuck then. Okay.
Like I said,
He said we
like
can
I
see him out
said.
here, is what he's saying.
Like I said, I'm guessing we don't see the mountain of shit that's down there yet.
Stupid fucking foreground layer. Okay. I
It's
thought the foreground
okay,
layer
we
was
know
something
how
else.
to not meta.
Alright.
To be
well,
fair, I
I'll
think
go
we all want to
ahead-
fight anyway.
I'll go ahead and slow my horse as I turn around the corner.
Yeah, this makes Tails gonna
All
start
right.
wagging, and he's gonna stand up. What's going on?
You guys get hold on. You get to about here, and now you can see the that there is a couple logs blocking the road ahead of you. And on top of those logs are a small band of goblins.
Is the beautiful elven woman waiting for me?
At this point, one of the goblins standing on the logs points at you, yells something in a language you can't understand, and they all start running towards you.
Going to take that as a no.
Can I roll initiative? Oh, we all are now, okay.
Yeah, at this point, roll initiative.
Oh, for fuck's sake, I keep rolling good and forgetting to select the goddamn counter.
And before you go to 1.
Right?
Oh, I got shitty initiative.
Okay,
and I'm in the
give
front.
me a second to get this right. And how I want it.
Oh, fuck, man.
That's
I
not
got a
that
really
bad.
good one first time.
You're still
That's
not,
twice
you know,
I've done that now.
You're still not last, like I am every fucking time. Actually, I
There
wasn't last
are
last time.
3 different kinds of goblins here, so they get 3 separate initiatives. Actually, 4, technically.
Pug.
I am actually perturbed. I rolled a fucking 20 and didn't select my counter, and then I got a 12.
For some reason, they are not being added to initiative.
I'm so happy that we gotta fight more.
Right?
Need to add them a turn. Got it. Why won't you roll initiative?
Yeah, it's cool. You can actually give each mob a value. We can click on them and click attack, and it'll do all the AC and shit.
Can we?
Yeah, you can, but it gives DMs less control if they want to do something different than the outcome.
What's the initiative bonus? Is it Dex, correct?
Yeah,
Attempting to use a roll command looking for a selected token.
unless they
Selected
have a feat.
token. Oh, okay, I know what's up.
I mean, if you just want to, if you said there's 3 or 4, if you just we attack, they attack, we attack, they attack, we attack, they attack. I mean, that'd be cool.
Somehow, my daughter is still awake.
Good, because that forces you to stay awake and play with us.
The reason why she's awake is because you're not thinking of bed. The minute you start thinking of bed, she'll wait. That doesn't make sense. That's the opposite.
What are you talking about?
I'm gonna say kids usually want to go to sleep when you're awake, but then that made sense, so never mind. Just, I'm high. Leave me alone. Is that her?
What?
Is that her?
No,
making
that was Kaya yawning.
I got excited. Maybe there was a mini Kaya.
I mean, there is a mini Kaya. I heard her making gaga noises earlier.
the mini Kaya apparently likes to scream really loud because she can.
One more. Ooh.
It's like the Weetabix
All right.
advert.
Starting
Yeah.
off.
Now you can re about not getting your 20.
Yeah, starting off. The sword goblins. The ones with the scimitars. This one here runs up to you, Bastion. And swings at the leg of your horse.
Not the horse.
Dick.
Good thing you have 1 million AC. Oh, the horse doesn't, though.
Yeah, I don't know what the horse's AC would be.
Hold on. I accidentally closed the wrong thing.
Good thing we have healers.
Yeah, it
I mean-
swings at your... It swings at your horse. With its scimitar. I'm going to roll that again because it only rolled to me. The first one, not the second one. Oh my god, it rolled to me again. Hold on. And it misses the horse. It swings and misses. And these other two... This one is going to run to the other side. and attempt to slash at you, Bastion, instead of your horse. But he has to do it at disadvantage because he's going up. Which is a 6, so he also misses.
Oh, you're so lucky you left that disadvantage.
Yeah.
This last one is going to run this way and clamber up this small little cliff right there. Look at you guys in the cart and grin with big shining, or not shining, big like sharp pointy teeth in its mouth. A mouth completely full of them.
Yasmik's gonna wave to him. Hello.
It is now Nyana's turn.
How far am I able to move again?
Well, it takes 10 feet of your movement to get off of there, and then you can move up to 30.
So, can I move?
Well, actually,
like-
hold on. Your movement specifically is 30 feet. So yes, you can get down from there using 10 feet, then you can move another 20.
Okay. So, say if I went to right about. Would I be able to shoot things off that cliffside?
Yes.
I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move over there.
So it would be 10 feet of movement to get down, then 15, 20, 25, and you can get there.
Am I able to do anything else after that?
You still have your action and your bonus action.
Alright. What can my bonus action be?
If you have a spell that is cast time bonus action, you can do that. If you attack with a melee weapon, you can do an unarmed strike. That's really about it.
Okay. So from right here, probably not too much for that.
You can attack with your regular action.
Would that mean that I can do it twice?
No, your bonus action is different than a regular action.
I thought so.
Basically, you can
Alright,
shoot
so,
your bow.
yeah. Gonna shoot that guy with my longbow.
Okay, go ahead.
Would that be at advantage?
No, it would just be a straight
No.
hit from here.
Ah.
That hits, and you nail this one completely unsuspecting.
Thunk.
That was a good sound effect. Actually.
Thank you.
Mhm.
I still see it. Oh.
Want me to send you a picture of it? Okay.
Can't believe these things went straight for my horse. Rude as fuck. Ouch.
Disadvantage for trying to throw it up a hill? Question mark.
Jeez, Yasmig is just sitting there watching Nyana shoot an arrow, and then all of these spears start coming over the cliff.
Just flying over.
I was thinking about moving over there, but I don't know anymore.
I am going to move
Better pokey poke.
Here, and I'm gonna stab that guy.
Okay, roll for attack. You miss.
Wow, they have good
You just barely miss. You kind of deflect off the side of his leather armor that he's wearing. And, yeah. What would you like to do now?
Punch him in the face.
Roll for it. You miss as well. That misses as well. It easily is able to deflect your hand. Bastion, it is your turn.
All right. Well, this one,
All right.
and I'm gonna go ahead and do so with my.
Ignore.
Let me see if this will pop up. Boom.
That hits.
So you guys see my pick start glowing as I raise it into the air, and then I just bring it down onto this thing's head.
Yes, and the divine energy shatters and breaks the front part of its forehead, and you see the hammer basically sink into the skull of it as it falls over dead. Anything else you would like to do?
I'll go ahead and hop off the horse.
Okay. Which way?
That way.
Shit.
So kind of like there.
Yeah.
Got it. Noted. Yasmig, it is your turn.
How do you do that thing where you make like a waypoint with your...
Right click.
Basically just want to know how... It'd be what, 30 to get to here? My full movement?
It would be 5, 10, 20 to get down, 30 to get there. Yes.
Alright, if I'm standing there,
There is a
can I
goblin there.
see- Can I... There's a goblin here?
There is a goblin there.
Oh. Alright, if I stand here,
Mm-hmm.
can I see him, and him?
You would be adjacent to these 4. However, this
so
one...
This is on the same level as them.
Yes. Well, no. You can see them, but this one would be below you. And this one would be below you outside of your range, sort of thing. Like, it would kind of be down below you a little bit. Like, directly below you. Where this one, these 3 would be along the same plane as you.
Can I cast Burning Hands and shorten the range, or does it have to go
It
50
has to
now?
do the full range.
Fuck.
And it is indiscriminate allies versus enemies.
If I stand here
Mm-hmm.
and shoot it out, it would hit It would have hit Bastion and Seardir, right?
It would hit a 15-foot cone in front of you.
Ooh, that's tempting. If I stand here beside Nyana, can I see basically everybody?
Yes, you would be able to see everyone except maybe this one down here.
$30. Okay, I can do that.
All right.
I'm going to blast at this guy in the back. Actually, would you allow me to aim for this guy, and if I hit him, push him into this guy?
Your blast would hit him, and he would get pushed past him.
Push past him. Okay. I'm gonna aim for this guy with the first one, and this guy with the second one.
Noted. The first one hits. You hit this one and gets sent flying back into the log. Its head snapping back as it hits it. Dead. However, this one sees the blast coming and narrowly moves out of the way as it flies right past him.
Right on, right on. Good, you're going to be fun to try to hit.
Is that your turn?
Good. That's my turn.
It... Sorry, bug flew in my mouth.
Oh.
Ew.
Well, I don't speak Goblin, but, well, I love you too.
Give me a second.
Ew.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I imagine that's what Goblin sounds like.
Okay.
You okay?
Yeah. That was just unexpected. I breathed
You
in.
have malaria now.
You have malaria, congratulations.
Let me see exactly what they have. Okay. This one
Oh yeah, great hit.
is going to shoot at you with his short bow. Yasmig. It misses. The arrow doesn't even come close to you, it just flies off. And
Next time, pull it back a little more, and then let go.
as you're saying that, this other one does the same.
And you need to take my instructions as well. You're not quite getting it. A little bit more and a little higher.
Alright, it is now the goblin's turn again. The swordmen. This one here is going to take a swing at you, Saradir.
Hmm.
Oof.
I'm assuming that hits.
Yes.
Man, these are either on
It
one
gives you
extreme or the other.
It gives you 7 slashing damage.
Yay.
This one here. I ignore the horse moving. Oops. This one here is going to slash at you, Bastion.
Alright.
Jesus.
Alright, it hits me by 2.
You take 8 slashing damage.
God damn, I'm glad it did not go over there now. I would be dead.
Ow.
Holy crap. Glad you gave me that necklace back.
Nyana, it's your turn.
Shit.
I'm gonna take my longbow and try to shoot this guy down here.
Which one? Okay. You would have to move 1 step forward to be right on the edge to see it.
Okay. Yeah, it's hard to tell. I feel like I'd be falling at that point, but
No, I would say you're on the edge, right at the edge of the cliff.
yeah, that's better anyways. Alrighty.
Roll me that damage, or roll me that attack. It hits, and you shoot the arrow through the back of its skull, and it falls face first dead onto the ground.
Wonderful. You keep shooting and helping our friends, and I'll take care of these ones hitting us from the back.
That's what I had in mind.
It's now the spear guy's turn,
Not that I think they
which
can
is,
hit
I
us.
think this is the only one left. He's going to use 10 feet of his movement to climb up here and flank you from the side, Saradir. So it's going to get advantage on its attack for this, since you are flanked. 19.
Hits.
You take 7 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And I think that's the only one of that variety left. So yeah.
I'm having to do math, my tired brain. Got that many. There we go.
Next it is this one's turn. Seeing what's going on, he's going to take 2 steps forward, pick up one of the javelins that is placed into the ground in front or next to him, and throw it at you, Yasmig.
Oof. That's a hit.
You take 5 piercing damage. And
See, that's what I'm talking about. You understand how this works. Ouch, you dick.
that is going to be his turn. Saradir, it's your turn now.
I am going to slash it with my rapier at the one who just hit me.
Got it.
Please. Please.
Hey.
That hits.
Hey.
Can I punch it to finish it off, maybe? Two. +2. And then it's, 3 damage.
You knock it unconscious. Since you ended it with a non-lethal hit, it is unconscious. Next, it is your turn, Bastion.
Alright. Well, I'm just gonna go ahead. That the guy, right. Shit.
May I request you kill the guy that's next to me, please?
He's asleep, though, right?
There's
other one
there's
isn't.
another one right in front of you. That's why he was flanked.
Oh, I thought that's the one that he. Okay,
No.
never mind. Confused. Then yeah, I'll go ahead and attack that one.
Roll it for
Thank
me.
you. Love you.
That hits,
Fucking
and
hell.
again you smash this one's head in as well, and it falls dead onto the ground.
God forbid you ever get 2 or 3 attacks a turn. Holy shit.
At level 5, I get 2.
Yeah, he gets extra attack at level 2.
Your damage is insane.
Is that your turn?
Am I allowed to step into his square, or is
You
it
you
considered
can
like-
now, because
All
he
right,
is
well, I'll
on
go
the
ahead
ground
and
prone
do
dead.
that,
Okay.
and I'll go ahead and basically face this other goblin next to the horse and block the little ramp up to the next level.
Noted.
And don't forget, you can do a melee unarmed attack to end your turn. That's what I've been doing.
Oh, I can?
An
you
unarmed
can do
strike
an armed
when you do a
bonus action.
melee attack is a bonus action. Yes.
Oh, well then I'll go ahead and do that because I
It's
I ain't gonna hit him though.
yeah, that missed.
I'm clumsy.
All right, Yasmig, it's your turn.
Alright, you. Since you have the audacity to actually take my lessons, let me teach you lesson number 2. And that is how to get hit in the face with this.
And it misses.
That misses.
Or maybe this
The whole
one.
speech.
That one
Damn.
that one looks like it's going directly towards it. But at the last second, this other goblin that you didn't see before jumps in front of it and takes the blast for him.
Repelling blast. He's gonna get whooshed.
And this one gets pushed back 10 feet and tumbles onto the ground, dead.
Well, it seems that you already have the lesson of sneak attacks covered, unfortunately.
That your turn?
Yep. That's she.
It is now this last archer's turn. Takes a step forward,
Learning from the mistakes of your friends, unfortunately.
aims at you, Hunter,
Yes, here it comes.
and uses its short bow.
Well, that's a 13. Defender wins, right? And sorry, defender wins in case of a tie, right?
Nope, attacker wins. If it matches it, it hits.
All right, she hits.
6 piercing damage.
Actually got through my temporary hit points and hit me. Nice. I mean, ow! I'm going to kill you next. Decidedly.
That is going to be the end of its turn. Is this guy a sword guy? I can't tell. Yes, it is. Okay. This one guy left in front of you, Bastion, is going to attack you with its scimitar.
Misses.
Its sword basically bounces off of your armored skin, and it does nothing to you. Nyana, it's your turn.
Would I be able to hit that guy from where I'm at?
You can try.
Okay.
It hits. You shoot your longbow, and the arrow sinks deep into his side, and he takes 6 points of damage.
Well, that would be my move then.
Revenge.
How do I know if it hits?
AC.
AC.
I think you've got the same as me.
My armor class is 16. Alright.
Yeah, how far do throwing darts go? How? Can I just click on it and so that it says it, and then I'll do my roll after? Just so because it'll tell me what the range is.
Are you talking about for throwing the spear?
No, the throwing darts I've got.
Says
20 feet, okay. So how far is it if I want to walk? I can move 30 feet. I can move wave. There. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to move to that square there. This one. I think that worked. Let me double check. Yeah. And then I'm going to. Kind of not move in a way that he doesn't. Because that cliff's too high further on. Okay. Okay. I mean, I've got pretty good acrobatics, but I'll take the hit. Yes, I should have taken acrobatics, probably. Oh, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm just about okay. I'm going to need healing soon. Very soon. And I'm going to throw a dart at boss asshole. Uh-huh.
He's looking pretty hurt. That's your turn?
Mm-hmm.
Bastion, it is your turn.
Alright. It's gonna be this boy right here.
Oh shit, I have a potion of healing. I should have used that. Never mind.
And it's gonna be this.
That
Aw.
misses.
I think item usage is a
At
full
this point,
action,
your
isn't it?
war pick, you miss and it lands into the ground with the sharp side down. And it gets stuck in there. It's going to take an action your next turn to remove it from the ground.
Can I still cast a spell?
Yes. If it's a bonus action spell. The only ones that I
Let me
allow...
see.
Yeah. Is it a cantrip?
It's not a cantrip, but it does say it's a bonus action spell.
Then you can use it for your bonus action.
Alright. I'll go ahead and cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Noted.
So I'm up to 23 armor class.
And that is your turn?
Yeah.
You're an asshole. You should have cast that on me. I'm probably gonna get killed next time.
Yasmig?
Well, what should I do? What should I do? What should I do? I can hit the chieftain, his friend, the drow. Let's go for the chieftain. And I'm going to use a bonus action and hold my action for now.
Nice.
As the blast is coming towards him, he can see that it's a extremely strong blast. And again, the goblin standing next to him dives in the way of the blast instead, taking the damage. And is blasted back 10 feet, basically clumping onto the other body that is dead there on the ground.
Well, you
I
know
don't
what
maybe
they
we should keep
say.
that last one alive.
700th time's the charm.
That one hits. And
And I want to move. I want to go from here to here. Can I do that? What's the potential damage I'm looking at? Oof. How many will you take for me to move here? It's 20 here, and then I can move here. Because I can move 30. Alright. And am I going to get attack of opportunity because I technically went through melee range? Yeah, hit. Doesn't do shit.
Do I get an attack of opportunity? What? Lame.
Does I get attack of opportunity because it's entering my melee range? Oh. When they are leaving. Okay, I am. Yep.
Misses.
He's gonna do a very clumsy scimitar attack. It's a
It's a 6.
It's a terrible roll.
I'm going to shoot this one over Yasmid's.
Put this apple on your head.
I was just about to say that. Ew, fuck, that's getting blocked.
And it falls over, dead onto the ground as well.
It's pinned to the fucking floor.
Is that combat over?
Yep, with that, combat
You both,
comes to a close.
you both need to get over here and hear our friend. He's not doing too good. And with that, I'm gonna go. Where's the chieftain? I'm gonna go loot him.
Give me an investigation check.
How about we turn the tides and you give me an investigation check?
Sarah dear, how many hit points are you down?
I have 2.
2 left.
17.
Two
Left,
Take-
yes, out of 20.
Oh,
Then
17.
I'll go ahead and use both of my lay on hands.
Just do one, I can probably do a long rest.
You find 15
well,
gold pieces, along with a weird prism in your hand that fits into your hand, and it's kind of a whitish color and gives off a faint pulsing glow.
Is it like a crystal or metal?
It's more stone in nature.
So like a stone prism that's kind of glowing a little bit. Alright.
It's crystal-like, but it's not see-through.
And do I find a dagger?
You do not.
I'm gonna.
You
look
find a
at another
scimitar.
goblin.
You find a scimitar and yeah, you find a scimitar and a small-sized chain shirt.
Oh, any of those sellable for anything in of? You know,
Probably
nope.
not.
All right, I'm investigating another goblin.
Okay, which one?
Nayana's going to investigate the 3 that are right over.
The unconscious one. So
Yeah.
those 3. Okay. I need.
I'll get the 2 in front of me then.
Okay, one at a time. Hunter, which one are you investigating now?
You know what? There's 3 more over here I haven't investigated. I might as well just investigate them all since we're kind of sharing shit anyway.
Okay. So 9.
For ease of use,
You
first,
find-
second, third.
Yeah. On the one in the middle, you find nothing. But the one on the top, you do find a rolled piece of parchment with arcane, a sort of arcane seal on it.
All right. Is it like a letter or a scroll?
It's a scroll.
Like a magic scroll?
Yeah, you don't know.
Can I make a check?
Do you have a spell to do it?
No, like an Arcana check. Like
You
just
could do an Arcana check, yeah. You know it's a spell scroll of some kind, but you don't know what it is exactly.
Okay. Unidentified. Anything else?
That last one, hold on. The last one, you find 10 gold pieces and another potion of healing.
And like a dagger?
No dagger.
Does anyone have a dagger over there? Gaz makes visibly angry. He kicks one of the goblins.
I'm gonna go ahead, walk over to the unconscious goblin, strip him of all of his weapons,
Got it.
and then tie him up.
Noted.
And then I'm gonna put him in the back of the cart.
Are
For
you
God's sake.
are you searching him?
I
No.
was going to search that guy.
We'll search him.
Give me investigation
ain't
checks
touching
for
him.
who you're searching, Kaya.
I'll be doing 3. So
Which one is which?
let's say 1. That one.
Okay.
2. Unconscious dude. And the last one is 3.
Okay. You find nothing but a scimitar and some very dirty, very small leather armor on the first one. On the second one, you find 15 gold pieces. And on the third one, you find another 15 gold pieces.
Okay.
There is still 3 more goblins that need to be searched.
I'm guessing that's this one. Oh, hang on, that's the wrong button. This one, this one, and this one.
No, this one down here.
Instead of the last one.
Hmm?
So the 2 in front of me and
Yeah.
then the one down there.
Yeah.
I'll search the 2 in front of me.
Got it.
Oops, I did 3 then. Didn't do the sound for the second one, so I didn't know I'd done it.
You find a potion of healing on the first one you search.
Sweet.
You find 5 gold pieces on the second one you search. And on the last one, you find a roll of paper with arcane lettering and a seal on it.
I toss that over my shoulder in Yosmig's general direction.
Oh, you silly thing. I'm gonna run over to it and pick it up.
Got it?
And Arcana check it.
Got it?
Same thing as
Oh yeah,
last
how much
time,
did you heal me
probably.
for, by the way? I never did that. Argus.
I'd assume 10 since he did lay on hands.
If you want both of them, 10. If
Nah, I'll just do the 1, just for safety, but I'm pretty sure I'll get a long rest before shit happens again.
Also, Hunter, same as last time, you know it's a spell scroll of some kind, but you don't know exactly what it is.
There. Yaz is gonna walk up to the last one and motion for Bastion. Did you want to search this one, big guy?
That's the one Saradir found the scroll on.
Oh, never mind. Is there anyone that are not searched?
All of them are searched.
Alright, so then I'm gonna actually approach Bastion then, which I'm assuming is near the cart at some point.
Yeah,
How much
at this point,
gold-
he's dragging that one to the back of the cart.
Alright. How much gold do you have, friend? Bastion.
I'm currently carrying 63.
Alright, you did no searching this time round. I know you don't really care for possessions. So I'm going to give you 7 gold.
If you think that's an appropriate fee, then I'll take it.
Well, I mean, if there's anything you need, we'll all pitch in to help, but, have something. You should never go... If there's things to get on our journeys, you should never be less than what we're left with. And to be honest, I can't remember how much I got, so...
What are we doing with that one? I'm meaning the one that's still left alive.
Oh, I'm tying him up into the back of the cart. And
What do you want to do with him? It's just a goblin.
I'm intending to take him to the next settlement and leave him with the guards there.
Bastion, how do I let you understand this? For folk that are of intelligence and worth,
Stab.
humans.
Roll damage.
um,
Actually, it's a crit, so... what's the damage dice?
I don't fucking know. 1d8 plus 4.
1d8 plus 4, so it's
And
24 damage.
yeah.
You kill it.
Yeah, so as the point I was trying to make before Cyrodiil did that, that's what the gods are going to do.
I'm gonna grab
it's-
Yasmig and I'm gonna throw him.
Throw me where? What the fuck?
Saradi or Yasmig?
I'm gonna throw Yasmig at.
At what? You keep cutting out.
I'm assuming he's throwing you at Saradir.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay,
yes.
give me a strength check and Hunter a dexterity saving throw.
Can I get a dex to dodge?
We will see after this.
Saradir
Saradir or Yasmig manages to see you going for him and jumps backwards out of the way just in time before
Hey,
you
what
grab
are you
him.
doing with what? What's wrong?
I'm gonna go over and
Saradir, I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh.
what?
Nyana, I think Bastion's pulling a me. And I dare not try to grab him.
Oh shit. Shit's happening.
No, I wouldn't try doing that.
Yasmig, you see Saradir walk in front of you, and his eyes are glowing red with bright flames in them. And
Can
he...
I discern what he's doing?
Go ahead and make an insight check.
Can I use my second divine sense?
Go ahead.
Wait, whose eyes are glowing?
Saradir's walking to me right now. His eyes are glowing.
You're not the only monster hunter.
Argus, you feel a very strong fiendish presence, and Yasmig, you notice that his body language is completely different than it was before.
Bastion, what are you doing to him?
And he goes to stab you, Yasmig,
And he misses, and he's gonna get 2 Eldritch Blasts right
at
to his
disadvantage.
face. Okay, that's number 1.
That misses.
Number 2.
Both of those miss.
Bastion, stop trying to get him to hit me. What is wrong?
What makes you think that this is my idea?
Because you just grabbed me and threw me at him. And you
He
did that
stabbed
thing.
our prisoner.
Saradir at this point is going to
You did that thing to my head, and now you're doing it to
is
his.
going to try and
Stop
stab
him.
you again.
That hits. Well, if it's not you doing...
I'm gonna try and clock Saradir on the back of the head.
Give me a roll with your strength modifier.
Misses.
That misses. He turns around and stabs at you now, Bastion, with his rapier.
Misses.
Wait, why disadvantage?
Because it's within melee range.
Right.
At this point, he draws out his other sword, the short sword that he carries on his side, and is wielding both his rapier and his short sword in each hand. Looking at the both of you, one pointed at each of you.
Nyana, hit him. Do something. Blunt edge. Anything.
Okay, Nana's going to go over here.
In melee range? That's a bad idea.
Well, no, I'm going to stick with this. Instead of shooting an arrow at him, which could possibly kill him, she's going to try to sort of hit him across the head with her bow.
Give me an unarmed strike, which is your strength modifier plus, or a d20 plus your strength mod. Or just click strength, basically.
Okay, so I just click strength.
Yeah.
Ew.
Not save, just strength.
Okay, wait.
The tiny word strength at the top left.
Yeah.
Yeah, the numbers don't work.
Oh.
Yep. Small and hidden.
Even worse.
That misses. At this point,
Can
Give-
I try to move? Will he get
At this
opportunity?
point, you see Saradir cross his arms together, and you feel this arcane magic starting to pull within him. And he releases his arms out, and you all get pushed back 10 feet. You, Bastion, get pushed into the wagon. You get pushed into the tree trunk. And Nyana, you get pushed off the cliff, and you take 1d6 falling damage.
How much? Your voice cut off.
You take 6 points of falling damage. And at this point, Saradir, you fall unconscious.
And just for good measure, since I'm out of range, I'm gonna hit him with an Eldritch Blast.
Technically, because he's unconscious, it's an auto crit. So that is 26
plus
points
one,
of
right?
damage.
26 points?
Because
I thought crit was just plus
it's
one.
an auto crit and it's max damage, and it's double the
Oh.
roll dice.
Are you sure I do 26 on a max though?
You
Or double
do
the
you
roll
do
dice?
13 each.
Okay, can
for
I
max
take
damage.
that back and not do that?
It wouldn't kill him because it wouldn't put him negative his max strength. It would put him like completely unconscious and bleeding out.
Okay, that's what I want to do then. Yasmig is just gonna.
He's
I mean,
already
0
unconscious.
hit points.
Yeah, it
Well,
takes
that would kill him then.
no 0 is unconscious.
I am stunned unconscious. This would put me bleeding out unconscious.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to make him bleed on like he's not coming back up unless the two heal him conscious.
Got it. You fall unconscious and you take
Yeah, I've got 0 hit points.
you take 2 death saves.
Shit, okay.
Jesus Christ, that's not what I.
Failed death saves. Because you are very close to death.
How long until you make him take another one?
Depending on what you do RP wise.
All right. Bastion, are you conscious?
I mean, I would assume so.
Can
Yes.
you
The
quickly?
wagon might be a little broken.
Can you quickly heal his wounds while I've bond him? Because I think he might be dying. And
You
Yasmig is,
see
is
that-
clearly worried at this point.
You see that he is bleeding profusely.
And Yasmig is frantic. You can tell he didn't mean to fucking like roast him as hard, and you can tell like he's pulled his mask down and his hood off, and he's like freaking out.
Alright, I kneel down and I place my hand on his forehead. And there's not much that I can do at this point, but I can at least do this. And I go ahead and spend the last 5 of my.
See, it was a good idea me not taking that.
Okay, so you are stabilized at 5 hit points, but you're still
And-
unconscious.
And I'm roping the shit out of him. Like all the rope that Yasmig has, he's bounding him in every fucking way you can imagine. Like the most BDSM hogtie shit you've seen. He's doing it to him.
I'm gonna tie the dead goblin to him too.
Nyana's
What?
currently.
You heard me.
Nyana is currently climbing up this little cliffside, and she pokes her head up over the side. The fuck
As a side note,
happened?
now I'm stabilized. Do I undo my 2 failures?
Yes.
Yasmig is gonna put his hood and his mask back on and just exhale and sit down, clearly wondering, like looking to Bastion and Nyana, like, what the fuck?
What? What got into him?
Well, originally I would say he was trying to get revenge for what happened, but something was not right. You said I
No.
felt fiendish, Yusik?
Bastion
Fiendish
felt
vibes?
fiendish energy.
So I just know something was wrong then.
You just know something was wrong because his body language completely changed.
You wouldn't have any reason to throw me off the cliff, I know that much.
I didn't even know our friend could do that little trick he did. I can't even do that little trick he did. And I can do a lot of tricks. See? And the tree behind him is just gonna start, like, the leaves are just gonna start shaking as Yasmig mutters something in a language they don't know. And yet our friend can do that thing.
Well,
I
once
could-
he's completely tied up, I'm definitely letting him.
Your
You're
voice is
wanting him?
cutting off again.
You may want to just use push to talk. It may be easier.
Are you able to hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. As soon as he's fully tied up, I'm gonna be throwing him in the back of the cart.
I could heal him again if we need,
As-
unless you think we should just let him stay unconscious for a while longer.
As you're pushing or putting him into the cart, you notice that the wheel that you hit with your full force, stopping you from going even further back, the wheel has snapped.
Look, as upset as I was about him, I don't want him to die, but he seems kind of stable. Perhaps save your healing in case we need it. Just
The
in
question
case.
is how we're gonna be wagging it.
Well, do you know anything about repairing a wagon? You were, in the military.
With enough time and resources, I think you would be able to figure something out. Although it would not be anywhere near good enough to make it more than maybe a couple days.
Well, let's look at the map. Where's the closest place? Perhaps we set up camp here, repair the wheel.
You know, since you're only like a day and a half travel away, that the closest place would be the way in where you came from.
Alright. Let's make camp. Keep him tied to a tree. And just hope nobody comes along the road.
I mean, alternatively, we could also tie my warhorse up to the front of the wagon and have me lift the back end where the wheel is missing. And just get back to town as soon as we can.
How long do
That
you think
will-
that would take us?
That would be an extremely slow pace. So it would probably take what took you a day and a half to do, it would probably take upwards to 3.
Can I use...
And how long would it take to stay here and repair the wheel?
Hang on a minute. I might actually have a solution
Probably
for
a
this.
few hours.
Give me one sec, guys. I might have a solution.
Depending on how you roll, basically.
When am I waking up?
Fuck, I can't use Mage Hand for this. Never mind.
I'll let you know.
Well, I saw a little bit further down this path there's some tree trunks lying on the ground and logs and such. If we were able to use something to maybe cut a round section, do you think we could somehow use that? If we could attach it to that side of the wagon?
Yes, we could repair it. I was suggesting making camp, repairing it over the night while we rest, get some food, and try to figure out what's going on. Though we could just do a rush job and try to get back to where we came from. Couple hours, I'm sure. We could be on our way.
Perhaps. Just not sure how comfortable I am staying in this area, just in case more of those things show.
Well, let's, instead of making camp, let's just get the wheel repaired. Did you want to let's tie him to a tree trunk so he can't go anywhere if he gets conscious again, and we'll all go get what we need to repair the wheel.
Alright, well, considering I'm probably the strongest, start trying.
You're cutting out a whole bunch, Argus.
Check. You able to hear me?
Yep.
Alright, I said, because I'm probably the strongest, I'll go ahead and start trying those logs up the hill.
Okay.
Alright.
Give me a strength check. It takes you a little bit of time since the grade is not super steep, but fairly steep. It does take you a bit of time, but you're able to bring a few of them up the road.
I know it doesn't really make a difference, but I want to cast Mage Hand. It can only carry 10 pounds, but I would command it to help Bastion. It wouldn't really do
Okay.
much, but the thought, that counts.
Noted. Are you guys setting up camp here, or are you just trying to head on your way?
Repair the wheel, get the hell out of here.
Got it. Okay. Who is going to be the one attempting to repair the wheel?
I guess I would try at first, because I do have the soldier around, so I might.
Okay. Give me... Let me think. Give me a straight D20 roll.
Can I give him advantage using Yasmig, Unseen Servant, and not Unseen, Mage Hand?
No.
Just like 2 extra hands.
I
No?
roll real low.
No. It takes you about an hour before you realize that you've made the first wheel way too small. Your first attempt is way too small.
I guess Nyana might be able to help. I guess elves are considered somewhat craft.
Okay. Nyana, give me a D20 plus your wisdom modifier.
How do I do that?
Just click wisdom. Like you did for strength.
Elves are in fact
Nyana,
not very crafty.
Nyana, with the help of Bastion and the work you did before, you were able to form a wheel that is similar in shape and size of the other one, but it definitely looks and feels like a patch job and probably won't make it more than the couple days you want it to.
So it would be fine?
It would be fine for a couple days.
Okay, so to get back to where we came from, perfect.
And
Lots
it
of
took you a
backtracking on
couple
this event.
hours for that. So at this point, the sun is just starting to set.
Alright, since you two are making the wheel, I kind of, I wasn't really doing much, so if you want, I can, steer the horses while you two rest. And we can just go through the night.
Alright, resting sounds good to me. I need to try to patch myself up a bit anyway.
I have to ride my warhorse anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Cart, support my weight.
Alright.
I just realised something. I'm an unconscious elf.
Yes, you are. That's what makes it so strange.
Yeah.
So you guys are setting up and getting ready to go?
Yep.
Yep, Yasmeg will drive, or steer, whatever.
And Nyana's gonna go ahead and go into a trance.
Alright. It takes a little work with the help of Bastion lifting up the back of the cart to get the cart turned around on this kind of narrow path. But you manage to do it easily enough, and you start heading back north again. As the sun falls below the horizon, and the night sky turns shades of purple to red, or red to pink to purple to black, as night falls completely. There's no light around you but the stars above you, and that's where we're going to leave off for next week.
So romantic.
So, there's nothing around us, we're going, just the stars, that's it.
Yeah.
Oof.
Congratulations. You guys reached level 3.
Level 5, PogChamp.
Level 3.
Was that considered a long rest? Can we up our shit for next week?
I'll give it to you guys since it's a rest of some sort.
Okay.
And you guys will have to long rest at some point anyway, so I'll give it to you.
Okay. I'm gonna need help leveling up, but not tonight.
Yes, not tonight, because I want to sleep.
It's almost midnight. My daughter's asleep on my lap. I'm gonna try to get her in bed again.
Okay. Sorry for fucking you all up.
I mean, you didn't really do. I mean, the hit on me was a hit, but like. No,
You
and the
did-
force.
I-
the force.
I I threw you into a tree
explosion.
trunk, I threw Kaya off a cliff, and I threw him into
Yeah.
the car and smashed
I
it.
think I think
the part I'm
launching-
most pissed about is the wagon.
Yeah.
launching Nyana off the cliff is going to have the most ramifications coming soon. I have a feeling that's what's gonna have the biggest issue.
Why?
Just RP reasons, probably.